Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray, and John Pertwee. Birthdays are one of 2 things. If they're yours, they're exciting. If they're somebody else's, they're flaming expensive.
Yeah, all right. Get a move on, Robin, my son. Get a move on. You're holding up the ship's celebration nosh-up.
Sorry, pardon, Chief. Well, as you'll gather, there's a birthday party aboard Troutbridge.
Yeah, at least there would be if you belt up, Robin.
Thank you. All right. Well, the wardroom are celebrating the birthday of the late Admiral Troutbridge, and mine's a gin if you can spare one.
Can I get you another drink, Lady Todhunter-Brown?
Well, if somebody doesn't, I may quite possibly demand to see the captain. I'm parched.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll get you the same again, shall I?
Well, that would be jolly topping of you.
Shan't be a minute. Could I get through, please? Sorry to trouble you. Will you excuse me?
Why, sir? What have you done,
Nothing, you idiot. I want to get to the bar.
I say, sir, the party seems to be going jolly well, doesn't it, eh?
Yes, it does indeed. In fact, some members of it have practically gone already. If the captain doesn't propose the toast to the memory of Admiral Troutbridge pretty soon, I doubt if some of them will stay the course.
I'll go and remind Lieutenant Commander Staunton straight away, sir. He's probably forgotten all about it.
Very likely. Oh, and you better remind him also what the toast is.
Oh, aye, sir.
Last year, before you remembered it should be to the late Admiral, we had to drink to our old comrades, absent friends, the Whittlesea Bay Angling Association, our fine host, which was him anyway, the gentlemen of the gas board, our gallant allies, and lastly, to my old mate, Sir What's-his-name.
Lummy, yes, I had to give up after we got as far as the gentleman of the gas board. Just one more glass of that fizzy tonic water, and Leslie would have gone off bang.
Yes, you did seem to be getting bigger as the evening wore on.
I'll see if I can find the captain.
Right, I must see about another slug of wallop for Lady Todhunter-Brown.
Olives! Get your lovely stuffed olives here. Come along now, ladies and gents. Who wants a dirty great dot of dodgy doo-dah on a doily? Come along. Count to Pertwee for your portion of pâté on a plate. No, I mean plate on a plate. Tiny, tiny cucumbers, soggy bits of sardines on toast. I've got the lot here. Come along now.
Chief!
Nuts.
Chief, do you think you would relax the sails drive a little? We can't hear ourselves think.
Well, nobody's not eating nothing, sis. So I thought I'd try and tempt them.
Yes, I appreciate the thought, Chief, but it's not having quite the right effect.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, I was feeling a bit peckish myself just now, but when you mentioned the possibility of sampling a dirty great dollop of dodgy doodah on a doily, my appetite seemed to vanish.
Well, I wish someone would have something, sir. I mean, this tray weighs a flaming ton. And apart from that, while I'm holding it, Pertwee can't have a little something to wet his...
Yeah, well, that was one of my main reasons why I asked you to carry it, Chief. However, we shall be drinking the toast to the late Admiral Troutbridge shortly, so you can put the tray down and get yourself a drink.
Thank you, sir. I'll have a large...
Correction, you'll have a small.
Oh.
And you also have permission to eat as many dirty great dollops of doodah as you want.
Not likely, sir. Thanks all the same. I saw the cook make 'em. You know, so the ship's cat whipped one, and ever since it's been sitting in the galley scowling at him and burping immoderate.
I say, you chaps, when is the captain going to propose the toast to the Admiral? Because if he waits much longer, I rather think Lady Todhunter-B will turn rather nasty on us.
Law, I'm supposed to be getting her a drink.
You're out about giving her a dirty great dollop of doodah on a doily instead, sir. It might act as a sort of blotting paper.
Oh, so that's what they're made of. I had one just now and wondered.
Yes, I thought you must have had one.
Why?
I saw you sitting in the corner, scowling and burping immoderate.
Stone me, I never saw you take one, sir. Here, hang on a tick. Oi, cookie!
Hello!
You owe me £1. One of them just ate some. You were saying, sir?
I think Mr. Bates was about to say he didn't feel very well.
It's all right, sir. It's all right. I've just seen the captain. He's going to make the toast. I mean, he's going to propose the bread. No. Burn the cakes. No.
Yeah, right, we get the message. I'd better unveil the Admiral's portrait so that we can gather round it.
Oh, that reminds me, sir. I'd been meaning to ask you about that portrait. You know, You know, it says underneath, Admiral Sir Benjamin Troutbridge, R.N., born 1741, ...
Yes.
Well, it doesn't say when he died. I reckon he must have done. Otherwise, I mean, why doesn't he visit us?
Oh, well, that's very simple, sir. You see, the journey would be too much for him, sir. I mean, he's getting on a bit, isn't he?
Oh, of course. Now, why didn't I think of that? Fancy expecting an admiral who's 220 years old to but... Oh. That's absolute nonsense. Leslie's talking through his tiny nautical titfer.
How right you are. Mind you, it is odd, Dad. I wonder when he did snuff it.
Also, there is a book about his life in the captain's cabin somewhere. Perhaps that could tell us.
Won't do you any good, you know, sir. You'll never find out when the Admiral popped off. Because not even the Admiralty knows that, sir.
Well, they must do.
No, sir. No. We Pertwees know more about it than anyone, sir. But the story's been handed down in our family because there were Pertwees on the late Admiral's flagship in them days and all, sir.
Yes, I never doubted that they were for an instant.
You, the family, have a great naval tradition, sir.
I should have thought reputation was a better word. However, what is all this about Admiral Troutbridge, Chief?
Well, sir, some say it all started in a Pompey tavern called the Bung and Yardarm in the year of 1797, when a couple of bona fide travellers popped in for a quick pint of Malmsey Way.
Cool. I thought those soldiers had got us that time, Jonathan.
Aye, so did I, Cocky.
Verily, the moment you did start to converse with them, I was not happy. No. I was not, you know, I was not of good cheer.
Now look, matey.
No, 'tis a pity, but Citizen Johnson is not of good cheer. You may ask any of these good folk of the town, they will tell thee.
Citizen Johnson.
I am not a good cheer, you know.
Belay up!
Gramercy pardon, I'm sure. But it was your fault they nearly got us.
Well, how'd you make that out?
Well, those soldiers would never have chased us if you hadn't taken that shilling from the one with the stripes on his arm.
Well, how was I to know he wanted us to join up? I thought it was a tip.
Well, he was not of good cheer, I'll tell you that, matey.
Well, I am. Yeah, we got a shilling. So let's see about a little something pertinent in a tankard, eh?
Right.
Here, barmaid. My lass. Here. Let's have a little service here, girl. Give us a tankard, Johnson.
Yeah.
Oi! Over here, me proud beauty.
And that'll be quite enough of that, peasant. Tankards cost money. I do not allow the likes of you to wallop me pewter bottoms.
Oh, gramercy pardon, I'm sure. Look, we just want...
And another thing, get your great elbows off me oak front.
What's that?
Oh, Jonathan, 'tis the press gang.
Well, open the door and it... The bread's going! Run for it, quick, Pertwee. Don't want to be a saucy sailor.
Here, quick, Jonathan. Hide behind these barrels. They won't see us behind them.
Well, they won't see me anyway. Come on in.
Hold where you are. Where are the press gang? Now, where are the lucky mateys who want to join the Navy? Ah, there's one. Seize him, lads.
Harry Povey, just because we're betrothed doesn't mean you can come charging in here and trucking your weight about in my hostelry.
Oh, I'm sorry, my love. I was only doing my duty.
Well, kindly go and do it somewhere else. And your wig slipped. You're showing naked head.
I'll adjust it at once, my love.
That's better. Any more of this old nonsense, I shan't marry you in the morning, and you wouldn't like that, would you? Harry? Harry Povey, answer.
No, my love.
That's a good boy. Now take your uncouth gang out of here, and don't be late at the ceremony tomorrow.
No, my love.
Oh, that hurt.
What was that?
Nothing. Just a stupid barrel blowing its bung.
Oh, well, that's... Two likely customers for a nice sail.
No, sir. No, we're not the type, sir. We don't look nice in blue. It don't suit us, sir.
All in, two men?
No, don't bother, sir. Have a small Malmsey Way on Johnsy instead, sir. I've got a shilling.
Grab 'em.
No, sir, no, but I'm needed, sir. My dear old white-haired mother's got her Farthingale stuck in the doorway of the...
Out! Out! Get him out and onto the flagship quickly.
Flagship? But I flagship? I won't be any good, sir. I'll get seasick. If I wave a flag, the fluttery bit comes off on the handles.
Quiet, you're in the Navy now. And that goes for you as well, Fatty.
Yeah, well, I thought, I'm not of good cheer. I'm not, you know. I got the depression, sir.
Get aboard the Admiral's flagship, all of you.
Left sail down a bit.
Left sail down a bit, it is, sir.
Chief,
Sir?
prithee, I've got to know. How is it that you became a Chief Petty Officer within about 5 minutes of having been press-ganged onto this ship?
Well, sir, it so happened that a certain relative of mine knows a certain relative of Admiral Sir Benjamin Troutbridge, sir, and I sort of dropped an hint to my lot, to suggest to his lot, that we should sail at once, sir.
Well, how did that help you?
Well, it didn't help me, sir, but it half helped Captain Povey. By sailing at once, it meant that he couldn't get married. He chatted me, and I chatted him, and somehow dodging his betrothed and bespoke seems to have worked out in the Chief Petty Officership for Johnsy.
Cool, blackmail.
Yes. You know, Pertwee, I have a feeling you're going to do rather well in the service.
Yeah, very likely, sir. But I think it's going to be rather a short career if Mr. Phillips don't turn his spyglass forward and have a Georgian butchers at the rest of the ships of the line.
What? Oh, there, Pertwee. Sail up.
Sail up, sir.
No. Hal in the halyards.
Hal in the halyards.
I mean, muck about with the mainsail.
Muck about? No.
Slop your sloops.
Slop your sloops.
Well, sloop your slops. Close your eyes.
Good night.
Cool.
Yes, tell me. What was that little bit of nautical hysterical supposed to be, sir?
I think what Mr. Phillips meant to do was luff. As far as I'm concerned, it was no luffing matter.
And to think that if I'd known what that shilling was for, I could have been in the army instead.
Watch yourselves, mateys. The Admiral's popping up on the poop deck.
Who did it? Come on, old hearties. Who did it? That's what I want to know.
Did what, Sir Benjamin?
Flung me about all over me flagship, a old belaying pin. Oh, there was I fishing out of me day cabin porthole, and the next minute, bang! I'm out of there, and I've caught the big fella in me night cabin.
Well, who was it? I mean, who was it, sir?
Me own sea chest, of course, you fool. I caught it right between the ears. Just as I got up from that, me folding bed caught me amidships, and that was me lot.
Oh, nasty.
Here, number one, old cannonballs. We've got to put in somewhere. We must put in. It's verily urgent, you know. When I was bouncing around me cabins, I let go of me fishing rod, just as a big fella took the bait, and the bounder whipped me rod out of the porthole. The blighter swam off with it, you know.
Oh, hard luck, sir.
Yes, it was, old captain. If fish want to go fishing, they should buy their own rods, I say.
Well, where would you like the fleet to put in so that you can go shopping, sir?
Well, I don't mind, old poop deck. We better tie up at the high street somewhere, I should think. Now, where are we now, Mr. Phillips, old figurehead?
At sea, sir.
By George, that's navigation boy, isn't it? I like him, you know. He's a good lad. A raving idiot as well, but I like him. You do.
If I may make Sir Burl, sir.
Do, yes.
A certain relative of mine in Bordeaux has got a shop that might be a help to you, sir.
What's it called, Chief?
The Ebenezer Pertwee Battle of Culloden War Surplus Stores.
Yes, he'll do, old grape shots. Signal the fleet that we're all popping over to Bordeaux to have a look at the shops.
Aye, sir.
Whoa! Here we are, milady. We do the journey double vite, huh? This is La Roi's head in.
Merci, Pierre. Come, Yvonne. We shall see if the filthy English matelots are inside. Learn what you can of their movements, you understand?
Maybe, milady. I understand their movements all right, and the answer will be no, as usual.
That's a bonne girl. Come inside. And bonjour to you too.
Here I say. Can I pull you up a chaise to parquez-vous upon?
Ah, the English, vous êtes always très polite.
An homme does his best, you know.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes, sir.
what's the French for...
I've been trying to remember that myself, sir.
How nice to see you English sailor boys visiting La Belle France, and such a surprise, too.
surprise?
Oh, oui, in case you don't know, our two countries are at war.
What?
Well, really, what a liberté. I do think some homme might have told us.
But this is terrible. We're liable to be prisoners of guerre. We must tell Admiral Sir Benjamin Troutbridge at once. Mr. Phillips, have you seen the Chief at all?
Oh, rather, he's in the bar, public.
Well, call him round. If it's absolutely necessary, tell him I'll pay for a drink.
Oh, oui, sir. Shan't be un tick.
This chief, he is your Admiral, yes?
No, but I imagine it's only a question of time.
He's pretty, I hope.
Well, I wouldn't say, pretty was exactly the, bon mot. Jagged, perhaps. Corrugated. Oh, incidentally, my name is Lieutenant Murray.
How do you do? I am the Comtesse Marie de Penon-le-Chou, mes grand-oncle, de Plume, Anon, grand pourquoi, de la, Fotheringhayes Smythe.
Oh, charmed.
Now, to business.
So soon?
I must know, why are you here? How many ships are there in the Admiral Troutbridge fleet? Where are you sailing? How many guns have you aboard?
You're not a spy, are you?
Madame the Countess, a spy? How absurd. She is an espionage agent.
Oh, well, in that case, there's no harm in telling you, I suppose. We're bound for Cape St. George.
Ah, that should be good. The French fleet is lying there. They think you are in Portsmouth, so if you go to Cape St. George now, you can sneak up on them from behind.
You wanted me, sir?
CPO Pertwee for you, sir. I'm sorry to have been so long, but he was teaching the locals some new game or something.
Game?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's called Find the Madame, sir.
Eh?
No, sir, no. Cherchez la lady. You know, find the... You know what I'm talking about. They didn't seem to pick it up too well, sir, so if you wanted the local currency, I've got a few thousand francs, which I might let you have.
No, thank you, Chief. We've got to go back to the ship at once. I've just heard that we're at war with France. Again.
Eh?
And the French fleet are already at Cape St. George, and we must get after them.
Well, I don't know that it's worth bothering about, really, sir, is it? I mean, if they're there already, I mean, it hardly seems a good idea to clutter the place up with all our ships as well, does it? I mean, it'll make all the Cape untidy.
Nonsense! This is going to be a great naval battle.
Yeah, permission to desert, sir. My poor dear white-haired old mother's father now stuck in the doorway of the...
No. Get aboard the flagship at once. Right. I must find the Admiral and tell him the news.
Oh, sir, may I suggest you don't tell him about the French fleet? You see, just mention that Cape St. George is stiff with cod. Otherwise, he won't want to go, sir.
I've got a better idea.
Yeah?
Let's tell him that are no fish within 100 miles of the place, and then none of us will have to go.
No, Chief, get aboard. If you two ladies will kindly excuse us.
No, they won't, sir. Oh, no, they won't, sir. No, you won't, will you, madame?
But of course I will. You are brave lads. Ah, oui, you are indeed.
We're not, you know. We're flaming potted.
Come on, all of you. There's no time to lose.
Oh, right here, sir. Au revoir, mesdames.
Oh, not au revoir. Goodbye.
Yeah, and she knows what she's talking about.
Cheerio.
Oh, such handsome lads. It is a pity they have to go to their doom. What a pity we couldn't just send the ugly one and save the others.
Beg pardon, excuse me, boys. Jouez-vous, minders? Here, I say, missus, have you seen anybody else done up in a stupid-looking suit like this, please?
Well, I have, but there's several sizes smaller.
Yes, I know about that. Well, the one I want is what we call a Chief Petty Officer, you see.
Oh, he has just left with the others.
Oh, well, that's all. Left? He can't have done.
Why can't he?
Well, because when he left the other bar, I thought I'd show the other gentlemen in there how to play Find the Madame.
So?
So they knew already, and they're not gentlemen, I'll tell you. They want 10,000 francs off me, or they're going to lock me up for a bit in the ruins of the Bastille. Help! I've been abandoned on foreign soil. I want me old mum in.
Turn that big fat wooden thing at the back to the left a bit, Chief.
No, not you, Johnson. Round to the left a minute, please, sir.
Any sign of the French fleet yet, Mr. Phillips?
Never you mind the French fleet, old Hatstop. Where are all those cod you told me about? I haven't caught one of the little chaps yet.
Sir, I don't think you understand. We're going into battle.
Yes, what? Oh, no, we mustn't do. Oh, forbid it. Battles muck up a chap's fishing for a month, you know. Oh, not surprising, mind you. You can hardly expect haddocks to hang about with a lot of cannonballs landed on their nappers, can you?
Yeah, what was that?
It was the end of a very splendid fishing season, old Yardo. Well, we might as well pack up and go home now.
Yeah, well said, sir. Stand by to turn about. And everybody blew at the sails like mad lads. We're going home.
Oh, no, we're not. Action station.
You mind, old sea chest, I'm supposed to say that. Troutbridge is the Admiral, you know.
Oh, gramercy pardon, sir.
That's
Shall
all right.
we open fire, sir?
No, not yet. Where are my earplugs? Last time we pooped off some of these things, the whole ship's company couldn't hear a thing for a week. Oh, here they are. Yes, yes. In the pocket of me breeches. Right, fire away.
Powder monkey!
Able Seaman Goldstein reporting, and I'll thank you to watch who you're calling names.
I said powder monkey, not an old Welsh goat. Charge the cannons, Goldstein.
Aye, aye, Chief. All cannons charged, Chief.
Cannons ready, sir.
Cannons ready, Admiral. I said cannons ready, sir.
You'll never get through whilst he's got those earplugs in, sir.
Oh, carry on then, Mr. Phillips.
Aye, aye, sir, aye, aye. At whoever banged that one off at us, fire.
Fire! Fire!
Odd. They can't all be duds, surely.
No, sir, but the fuse takes a minute or two to burn through. So there's always a slight delay.
My word, they didn't half go, didn't they? I say, you chaps, they didn't half go, did... Wait! Admiral's chatting.
Did you say something, sir?
Oh, bother those cannons, they've all gone deaf. I said they didn't half go.
You speak up, sir.
Speak up? Speak up, I'm shouting my head off now. I can't speak any higher.
Fire! Fire!
No, I didn't say that. Mercies. Well, that's another few bob down the drain. They cost about 5 shillings each, you know.
Did you say 5?
Fire! Fire!
No, I said 5. I said,
Yeah, I say, you chaps, you might warn a chap when you're going to poop off like that, because you've rather mucked up my experiment.
Did you say experiment?
Yes. It's a new method of propelling boats called steam.
Steam, sir?
Yes, but I'm afraid it's rather a failure. You see, I put a boiling kettle underneath the sails, but instead of pushing the boat along, all that happened was that the sails got soggy and shrank.
Oh, what a shame, sir.
Yes, I was just trying to modify it when you chaps let that clot off and upset my little kettle and put my fire out.
Put your what out?
Fire!
Fire! Fire! We've been it! Abandoned ship! Admirals and Pertwee first!
Gadzooks. We're aground, too.
Well done, my hearties. We've got the French fleet bottled up.
Yes, sir, and vice versa.
Yay, lummy, yay. If those Frenchmen fire again, we're a ducking sit. I mean, we're a sitting duck. That is,
Where's Admiral Troutbridge? Where's he gone?
I'll tell you where he is, sir. He's where Pertwee wishes he was. Look, sir. He's in the bumboat and he's rowing like...
Steve?
Thank you, sir, just in time.
Where's he going? He can't row off and leave us here stuck on a sandbank like this. Admiral! Admiral Troutbridge, sir, come back!
That's no good, sir. He's a proper clothier with those earplugs in.
Everybody down!
Ahoy there! Starboard lookout here! Not that I wanted to get mixed up in this in the first place, mind. But you may as well know that one was a winner. We're on fire.
On what?
Fire!
Fire!
Abandon ship! Take to the boats, but don't take them before Pertwee's in the best one. Call in the best rowers. Pertwee wants to get home. Help! So you see, sir, the Admiral's flagship went down in what you might call a blaze of glory, whilst the Admiral ever so quietly scarpered. And I, for one, don't blame him.
Yeah, very interesting, Chief.
There's only one snack, sir. I've just been looking in this history book from the captain's cabin. After the flagship had caught fire, the country sent lots of ships, to search for the Admiral to honour him.
Well, what for? Because he walled up the French fleet in the harbour of St. George?
No, sir. You see, the flagship burned for 3 days and 3 nights.
Well, so what?
Well, sir, they reckoned he'd invented the first lightship.
Yes, the hard way.
Well, what's this snag, then?
Well, according to this book, sir, today isn't his birthday at all. It's next week.
Oh, absolutely sweet of him. We shall all be able to drink his health all over again. I shall start now. Charles.
No, not yet, old garters. I haven't proposed the what-his-name yet.
Oh, lummy, it's Lieutenant Commander Stanton at last.
Is it really? Well, give him my best, won't you? So, ladies and gentlemen, let us raise our glasses to the old comrades. No, hang on. Absent friend? No, think again, head. Yes, the Whittlesea Bay Angling Association connected with the gentleman on the gas board. No, not forgetting me old mate, so what's his name? And,
Admiral Troutbridge!
Oh, yes, down the thingamy, chaps. Cheers. Pass me a dirty great dollop of dodgy doodah, somebody. Go through that. How dare you? Get up.
And that was Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray and John Pertwee working their passage in The Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, John Pertwee was the Chief Petty Officer. Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Admiral Troutbridge was Ronnie Barker, the Countess was Heather Chasen, Yvonne was Judy Cornwell, Taffy Goldstein was Tenya Levens, and Lieutenant Bates was played by Michael Bates. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, we present The Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Stephen Murray, John Pertwee and Leslie Phillips. The snag about having relatives to stay is that that's exactly what they do, usually for months and months. Now, one exception to this is Mrs. Povey's sister, who never outstays her welcome as far as Captain Povey's concerned. She can't very well outstay it when she's not even welcome in the first place, can she? Alas and alack and pity poor Povey, for her annual visit is just about to start.
Henry Povey,
Yes, my love.
forward.
Here I am, my love.
Good boy. Now let's have a look at you. Show hands. Now the backs. Just as I expected, a tide mark.
Well, my love, I've only just finished taking the ashes out of that beautiful kitchen boiler you gave me for my birthday.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you're looking after it. But remember this. Heaven help you if you'll get your little damper caught again when I'm in the bath.
It was an accident, my love. I wanted to be sure you had plenty of hot water.
Well, you did that all right. Even in the water out of the coal tap was boiling. And the tank kept going whoompa, whoompa, whoompa in the airing cupboard until I expected to be blown out into the street starkers.
wish you had been.
What?
I meant I wish you had been there to see me fighting to free my little damper. I used wrenches. I bashed it with a hammer. I jammed the poker in the handle. I kicked it.
Did you? A nice way to treat my little gift, I must say. Well, I'll examine it later. Now, let's have a look at you.
Well, I've got a clean shirt on, my love, and there's a crease in my trousers.
Henry Povey, don't be coarse. I've told you before about mentioning gentlemen's lower wearing apparel in my presence. This is not the Follies Berger.
Well, it would have been if you'd been blown out of the bath when you were starting.
Henry!
Sorry, pardon, my love.
I can see my sister Valentina's coming to visit us just in time. She and I will soon have you sorted out, my lad.
How true, my love. I haven't forgotten her last visit.
Quiet. That'll be dear Valentina now. Now stand by to receive guests. Head up, chest out, feet together. Smile. Right. Hold it while I answer. Come in, Valentina, dear. Well, it's nice to see you.
Likewise.
How's your husband doing?
Jumping jodhpurs. You've had him stuffed.
No, she hasn't. This is my smile of welcome.
Then kindly take it off. Bags, Henry. You're forgetting yourself again. Bags.
What? But I've got them on. I had a Oh, I see. The suitcases. Yes, I'll take them up at once, my love.
Ramona, he's definitely gone downhill. Never mind, Valentina, dear. Now that you're here, we'll soon tame the brute between us. Uncouth little tyrant. No, he's not been the same since Admiralty let him have those 2 girls in his outer office, you know. Ramona should never have allowed that. No, I only just heard about it. Still, not to worry. Now that you're here, Casanova's days are numbered all right.
Why didn't you look for your... Oh. Yes, I might have known it'd be you, Mr. Phillips.
Oh, sorry, pardon, sir. Are you going in to see Captain Povey, sir?
Well, not exactly. You going in to see him?
Well, not him exactly, sir.
Oh. You're just passing his office, then?
No, but don't let me hold you up if you're passing it, sir.
I wasn't going to pass it, actually.
Oh, you weren't thinking of popping in to see the girls by any chance?
Oh, good heavens, no. Were you?
Oh, certainly not, sir. I'm on duty.
So am I. Well, you'd better cut along back to the ship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We could go back together, sir.
Well, yes, I suppose we could.
Were you heading anywhere in particular, sir?
Me? No. Looking around.
See if the girls are about.
Exactly.
No! I caught you. You were going in to see the girls.
Well, so were you.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, it's, of course, I mean, it's just, nobody said if a chap wants, just not, well, it's no use of anybody. How could you possibly?
Sir?
Well?
Shall we join the ladies?
Good idea.
Judy, don't look now. What? The heavenly twins have arrived.
Good morning, girls.
Lovely day.
Well, we wouldn't know. Ever since Mrs. Povey's sisters turned up at his house, we haven't even seen the light of day. We're working overtime at night.
Yes, we had noticed.
Well, one of you'll jolly well have to have an evening off tonight.
Now, just a minute. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Now, with due respect, sir, I don't see why you should be interested in the girls' off-duty time.
Oh, don't you?
No.
Well, I don't see why you should.
Well, if you must know, I happen to have 2 tickets for a show tonight.
Well, so have I.
You have?
Yes, I have. Any objection to that?
I may have.
Take no notice. It's a little game they play. I'll take 6-4. It ends with a punch-up behind the nappy.
Not likely.
No fear.
I can't say I blame you. Neither of us can go out anyway.
But this is ludicrous. You've been working late for a week now.
Every day since Captain Povey's sister-in-law arrived, to be exact. When Mrs. Povey rings up every hour to see if he's really working late, the sound of our typing makes it sound more authentic.
Yes, very ingenious. I should have thought she'd have been a bit put out at the idea of his being here with two pretty girls all evening.
She doesn't know. When she's on the phone, he refers to us as Charlie and Fred.
Well, how about Charlie or Fred coming out tonight?
Charlie can't. Neither can Fred.
Oh, bother. I wanted to take one of you chaps to a show.
Yes, so did I.
But you don't understand. I got the last 2 tickets.
Well, that's odd. So did I.
Tickets for what, Leslie?
Well, as you know, it's the festival of Pataniland year, and they've sent several theatrical companies over here.
Go on.
I was going to, actually. Well, I've got the last 2 tickets for the first performance of the Pataniland Alley-Oop Without Net State Circus.
Sounds fascinating. What tickets have you got, Stephen?
Funnily enough, the last 2 for the first performance of the Pataniland Alley-Oop Without Net State Circus.
Well, I have a feeling I already know, but where did you both manage to get these last 2 tickets?
From Chief Petty Officer Pertwee.
Surprise, surprise.
Right, that does it. I think the next move is to sort out the English box office agent for Pataniland's festival year. Come along.
I don't care if you are the sole agent in England, Chief. I still say 30 bob for a ticket is a flaming liberty.
Well, you suit yourself, Goldstein. I'm not forcing you to buy. I'm merely giving you the opportunity of a lifetime to purchase the very last ticket for the Pataniland Bully for the Bard, all singing, all dancing, all Stedford.
But I don't want it.
You don't want it? Yes,
No.
you do.
No, I don't.
You do. You're in for a right old musical treat, my son.
Either better be good or I want my money back.
No mistakes can be rectified after leaving Pertwee's counter, and you've left. Good morning. Next. Good morning, Chief. Oh, hello. Good morning, Mr. Bates. Nice to see you, sir. For the paltry sum of £2.10, I can let you have the last ticket for the world premiere of Pataniland's first film, Carry On Coconut Collector.
I say, can you really?
Is it?
Yeah, it's not one of those beastly 3-dimensional films, is it?
No, sir, no.
Oh, good. Last time I went to one of those, I had rather an unnerving experience.
Go on, sir. Did they sort of come at you out of the screen?
I'll say they did. You see, it was Robin Hood, and I spent the whole time ducking out of the way of flying arrows.
Yes, well, it's when the lady beside you says, kindly keep your flaming hands to yourself. I'm Maid Marian. You want to worry about that. Next.
Good morning, Chief.
We come to get our back money. No. I mean, we want to ticket our returns.
Yes.
No, we want our back scratched.
Yes.
We can't go to the Pataniland Alley-Oop Without Net State Circus, Chief. Unfortunately, the girls are still having to work late. So we'd like our money back.
You can't give it. Next.
Now, just a minute.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Couldn't you get the girls to work late some other night?
So they're working late every night since old Thundergut's sister-in-law turned up.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. Yes. Oh, sir, if I can't arrange for you to have a refund, I reckon the only solution is to get rid of Captain Povey's panic.
Oh, agreed, Chief, but easier said than done.
Well, I reckon the only way out is to produce a sort of decoy, sir. It's someone who take their minds off old Thundergut for a bit.
I don't think I quite know what you're getting at, Chief.
Another man, sir. What's needed is a gent who makes Mrs. Povey think that old Thunderguts is the cat's whiskers, sir.
I take it you have someone in mind, Chief. I've never known you start one of these deep-laid plots without having all the minor details ironed out.
Yes, minor details, like who it is that's going to end up in the muck.
Yes, how well you know me, sir.
Yes.
Yes, well, I happen to remember, sir, a visit that the Povey household had from a certain naval officer gent called, Snogger Pettigreaves.
some while ago.
Good gracious, yes, Mrs. Povey's first boyfriend.
Yes.
What, the one that came here to test Leslie's navigation and left shaking his head?
That's it, sir, the very one. Well, you may recall, sir, that Mrs. P kept telling Captain Povey how much better off she would have been if she'd married Snogger Pettigrews.
Yeah, she kept telling Snogger that, too.
You'd never get him anywhere near here again, Chief.
No, I wouldn't, sir, no. But a certain relative of mine at Admiralty who happens to be his immediate superior officer would. He wouldn't have no choice.
It's amazing how well-placed your relatives seem to be.
Well, the family's been sorting itself out to soft numbers since 1797.
Where's Captain Pettigrews now?
Oh, he's in security, sir. Yeah, so I thought that if my relative happened to suggest that there was a spy in Captain Povey's squadron, well, he'd have to pop down here and investigate the matter, wouldn't he? Of course, he won't want to come along, seeing as how Mrs. P chased him all round Pompey last time.
Yes, cool. She did her slightly elderly nut.
Yes, exactly, sir. So he might be in a slight panic if he has to come anywhere near here again.
Oh, he might indeed.
Yeah, precisely, sir. So I thought that we might show him a way out of his predicament. Predicament. Yes.
Out of his what?
Oh, sir. You see, if he acts like a waster, sir, you know, a sort of roué, you know, well, then Mrs. P won't have no truck with him, and at the same time, she'll smile sweetly upon old Thunderguts from a great height, sir.
Yes, I see what you're getting at. We shall have to tip old Thunderguts off about what we're getting Snogger to do, of course. We can cope with that.
And I'll meet Captain Pettigrews off the trail and explain what he's got to do if he don't want to get involved with Mrs. P again.
And what do I have to do?
Keep out of it.
Henry Povey, what are you doing in the sitting room?
Standing, my love.
Oh, well, that's all right, then. I'm not having you denting me two scatter cushions before dear Franklin arrives.
I wouldn't dream of it, my love. We must make sure that Snogger...
Franklin?
Franklin is quite comfortable, mustn't we?
Henry Povey, you're not well. Either that or you're up to something. I don't know what's going on here, but before Valentina left, we both decided you were up to something dodgy.
Valentina left? I didn't know she'd gone.
Well, of course she has. I wanted to enjoy dear Franklin's company all to myself. Ah, that'll be him. Now stand by to receive Franklin. Into the hall, march.
Yes, my love.
That'll do. Wait. Good boy. Head up, chest out, smile. Now hold it while I open the door.
Ramona!
Franklin, it's been so long.
Absolute ages. One works so hard, you understand?
You're a great man, Franklin.
I was, Ramona, I was. But more of that later. How is Henry keeping me? Jumping joggers, you've had him stuffed.
Oh, she's something well hasn't. This is my smile.
Silence! I'm not having you turn on my little friends like that, you monster.
Sorry, pardon, my love.
Franklin, forgive me for asking, but where's your beautiful motor?
Gone, Ramona, gone. I've come all the way by bike. I had to sell the car to try and put money back in my office safe at Admiralty before it was discovered to be missing.
What?
I lost heavily on the GGs, you know, and my bookmaker was no gentleman. Of course, I should never have joined up with the race gang in the first place. But then that's life, isn't it?
I think I must sit down for a minute. Henry?
Yes, my love.
Chair.
Hip, hip, hooray!
Chair, you idiot, not cheer. Never mind. I think I'll go and get my smelling salts instead. This is a great shock, Franklin. I just can't think of you as an embezzler.
Not to worry, not to worry. They can't prove a thing now. I fiddled the books.
Oh, no. Worse and worse. Wait here, both of you. I shan't go long.
Well, Henry, how do you think it's going?
She's lapping it up. Now, don't forget the bit about how lucky she was to marry me and how I'd have saved her from the disgrace your kind of life would have brought her.
I'll do that next. Oh, watch it, I can hear her coming up.
What? Oh, good.
Well, I'm
I'm sorry, Snug. I mean, Franklin. But I think your behavior is that of a cat.
Oh, come off it, Henry, old man. What's a bit of smuggling when you're in a jam? Dodge the crash at all costs, I say. Can't be too fussy when the razor boys are off you.
Stop!
What?
I have something to say. I've been having a little think, and I realize, Franklin, that all your troubles are my fault.
You what?
Don't say what, Henry, say pardon. Now, it's obvious to me Franklin would never have gone off the rails like this if he'd had the love and devotion of a good woman beside him. Now, I should have been that woman. If I hadn't deserted him all those years ago, none of this would have happened.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, would. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, my type always end up the same way, you know. Fortunately, you married Henry. Steady, reliable, dependable old Henry.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. He couldn't get in a jam if he tried. No, Franklin. You were the one that really needed my guidance, and I failed you. So, never too late to mend.
What?
I shan't tell you again, Henry, not what pardon.
Sorry, Mother.
Franklin, you must stay here with us until I've set you back on the straight and narrow path again, no matter how long it takes.
Oh, no, I can't, I couldn't, I shouldn't.
No, you
I
must. I insist upon it. I won't have now.
Hello, sir. How's it going? Everything under control?
No, it's something well isn't. She's taken him under her wing and he's staying here permanently.
Oh, I say, what a clanger. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Pertwee, answer me, do you hear?
I can't, sir, I've hung up.
Hello.
And what's more, Chief, there wasn't one of them who could sing in tune from start to finish. And they didn't even finish together neither, come to think of it. Call it a nice Stesford. An horrible hubbub and hullabaloo, that's what it was.
Now, look here,
and the
Goldstein.
Morris dancing. Oh, well, I'll say this for it. It was terrible dancing, but it was the best giggle I've had in years.
Yeah, now, Goldstein, look
there they were, slapping their thighs in each other's faces and hands, until one of them hit a bit too hard, see? And that started the fight, and in the end, the one with the stick had to clobber the lot of them. And the first aid tent never had it so good.
Now, look, Goldstein, you can go on like this all day, but you're not getting your money back, right?
Oh.
Right, next.
Good morning, Chief. Lovely day.
Next.
Now, just a minute. Did you manage to get rid of all our tickets for the Pataniland alley-oop without net state circus?
Yeah, well, I toyed with that idea, sir, but after careful consideration, sir, I rejected it. You know, for it was only fair for me to try and put the matter right, you know.
Now, I wonder how much more this brainwave is going to cost.
Practically nothing, sir. Taking into consideration money's due, another couple of quid sees you set up with the last 4 tickets for the Pataniland ever-decreasing circle 6-day bicycle race. With bells on.
I say, that's a bargain if you like, eh? I say, do the bells actually ring, Chief?
Oh, yes, they ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling like fun all the time.
Mr. Phillips, before you get carried away by the sales talk, don't forget that the girls are still working late every night, thanks to the Chief's Operation Ditch Pettigrew scheme.
Yes, well, the best laid plans of mace and men oft gang horrible on you, sir.
I say they do. It's worse than ever now.
No, well, not to panic, immoderate, sir. Not panic. I've been consternating on this problem.
What?
Consternating. Yeah. And I reckon there's just one thing that Mrs. P won't stand for. I'll have a word with Captain Pettigrew shortly, sir. But in the meantime, if you care to snap up these last tickets for the Pataniland ever-decreasing circle 6-day bicycle race with bells on, I'll be only too pleased to oblige.
Hello? Admiralty Security Branch here. What? Never mind who this is. Walls have yours. What? Oh, very well. It's Captain Norris speaking, but don't breathe a word. Another report from Pettigrew, eh? Send the report up at once. Goodbye.
No, do get out of my way, some of you. Norris, where the blazes are you?
Oh, Lord, the Admiral. I'm in here, sir. First on the right.
Turn on the light? You cuckoo, why on earth should I turn on the light at 10 o'clock in the morning? Well, what do you want? Because I'm the Admiral, I'm jolly busy admiraling.
I thought you were the one who wanted to see me, sir.
Now then, about this chap Pettigrews. It looks as if he's onto something down in Portsmouth, you know.
We've just had another report in from him, sir. He reckons, after intercepting certain code signals, that there is definitely someone down there who is in direct communication with a foreign power.
Oh, do stop waffling, Norris. We've got the answer. I want you to get the first train down to Portsmouth and see if you can give Pettigrews a hand. Got to track this spy chap down somehow. Well, that's all. I've gone. Gangway, Admiral coming through. Where's my office? Hey, where's my office gone?
Wren Cornwall, any messages this morning?
No, sir, but Captain Pettigrews and CPO Pertwee are in your office, sir.
Right, I'd better go and see what's going on.
Oh, it's you, Henry. Pertwee has just outlined another plan which I think may do the trick. Yes, it might well. He's a shrewd one, that one.
It's nothing, sir. Take you all the time, but it's nothing, sir.
What is the great scheme this time?
Well, never mind that for the present, Henry. There's something much, much more serious. I've discovered through the signals office that there is definitely someone here who's in touch with a foreign power and communicating with them by code.
What? Yes. What of all the low tricks?
Yes.
Call out the guard! Have him yet! Bang him in the bloody tower before he engages Pertwee! Your courage, lads, your resolution, your cheerfulness will have him in the nick in no time.
Oh, be quiet, Pertwee, be quiet.
Sorry, Fund.
Yes?
Mrs. Povey's in the outer office, sir, and she says she demands access to your hidey hole.
Oh. Well, send her in at once. It's the wife. Pertwee, what was this plan?
I'm sure you gents can manage very, very well.
Henry Povey, what is the name of this little game?
Game, my love.
That's what I said. And it goes for Jar Franklin, too. I haven't seen a sign of either of you from morning until night for a week now.
Well, I'm afraid I'm partly to blame for that, Mrs. P. You see, I happened to inadvertently discover a little something. And these two gentlemen here have had to go to ground, as you might say.
What?
Not what. Pardon, my love.
Yeah, well, I sort of would have reported to Admiralty, Mrs. P, that there was some suspicious goings-on in the dockyard, as you might say. And then I thought there was a spy ring at work.
Well, what of it? How does that affect Henry and Franklin?
Well, unfortunately, it seems that Captain Pettigrews was the ringleader. He's been selling our secrets to a foreign power, Madam the Anne.
Franklin, is this true?
I'm afraid so, yes. But it's all right. I've got the perfect alibi. Being sent down here from security, I'm naturally above suspicion. And my report definitely proves that the spy is Henry.
What, me? Why, you dirty double-crossing... Relax, Henry. Relax. It's the plan. It's the plan.
Well, it's a thumping well better work, then.
Oh, stop mumbling, you two. Franklin Pettigrews, how very dare you besmirch my good name. I'm not having the name of Povey dragged through the muck for your misdemeanors.
But I
am not having a man like Henry. A solid, law-abiding, dependable man like Henry. Carry the can, your hanky-panky.
But I...
How can you stand there and deliberately turn on dear, sweet, easy-going Henry is beyond my comprehension.
Yes, and mine too.
When I want your help, I'll ask for it.
But I...
Quiet, Henry. Ramona's doing the blasting.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but this is Captain Norris from security. It's rather urgent.
I'll say it is. Seize him. There's your man, Franklin Pettigrews. He's a spy.
I can soon clear this up, Norris, old man.
Splendid. You're under arrest. We haven't broken the code you've been using, but we have intercepted the signals you've been sending.
Signals? What signals?
There's one here. It reads, 2 doubles for 6, D, stop, B, stop, R, stop, required. Signed, P, agent in Britain. This code signal... This code signal was sent to a certain foreign power. Need I say more?
Oh, yes, please do. Stop. I mean, up to now, I haven't understood a word. You never do, so don't fret.
Pettigrews knows all right. Come on, Pettigrews.
No, but this is ridiculous. I didn't send that signal. The letter P could send for anybody. It could be Povey or Phillips.
Oh, no, how could it possibly be Phillips? That starts with an F. No, Noddy. It starts with a P.
P is for Pettigrews. He is your man. He's had heaven knows what out of a safe for one thing, and he's cooked the books. He told me the whole story, the blackguard.
Did he indeed? Well, perhaps you and Captain Povey will accompany me to the dockyard police, and we'll sort this out. But I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
See you lot later.
Aye, sir. 2 doubles for 6 DBR. Signed P, agent in Britain.
Yes, well, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, if Admiralty can't break the code, there's no sense in our doing our nuts.
It's odd, though. It seems to ring a bell, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I'll be pushing off, but I've just remembered
Of course, ring a bell. 2 doubles for 6-day bicycle race. Signed P for Pertwee, not Pettigrews. You've been sending to Pataniland for those tickets through Admiralty Signals Office.
Yes, well, you could put it like that, sir, yes. Still, my little plan worked all right, didn't it, sir? I knew Mrs. P wouldn't have the family honour go for a Burton.
Oh, quite. Poor old Snogger. We'll have to get him out of the tower sometime.
Yes, well, I'll get that relative of mine onto that, sir. But in the meantime, it does mean that the girls won't be working late tonight, doesn't it, sir?
Yes.
Yes. So how about the very last 4 tickets for the Pataniland Up on the Toes and Trot About State Ballet Company?
No, Chief.
Positively the first and the last appearance of this country, sir. See the dance of the 7 palm leaves. Don't mix the pitter-pat through the pampas. Only 4 leaves left, sir. 4 seats left, sir. And those are the right, sir. And that's it. That's it, sir.
And that was Stephen Murray, John Pertwee, and Leslie Phillips working their passage in the Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. Stephen Murray was the number 1, John Pertwee was the Chief Petty Officer, Leslie Phillips was the Sub-Lieutenant. Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Mrs. Povey was Helen Chasen, Captain Pettigrews was Ronnie Barker, the Admiral was Teniel Evans, Captain Norris was Michael Bates, and Judy was played by Judy Cornwell. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips, and Stephen Murray. There are times in a man's life when he feels like changing his profession. For an announcer, this can be a bit tricky, as the only alternative method of using one's talent for talking goods seems to be from behind a barrow, shouting, "Lovely, ripe tomatoes." But the pay is better, but the barrow's so flaming heavy to shove around, you know. But CPO Pertwee, however, is all set to find another profession for his talents.
Able Seaman Johnson wants to make it clear that if Able Seaman Johnson can't afford a beer, then Able Seaman Johnson wants a rise in pay, or Able Seaman Johnson's going to run away. Able Seaman Johnson wants to make...
Well, quite enough tonsil tickling out of you for one day, my son.
Do you think so? My mum Min reckons I've got a lovely voice, you know. When I was at home, I used to sing in me bath.
I don't believe that for a start. Nothing your size can get into a bath, let alone singing it.
Oh, it can, you know. It's the getting out afterwards that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. For your sort, they ought to make baths with a little door in the side, so the plumber can get the crowbar under you and prise you out.
No, thank you. Not unless he warms the end of it first.
Yeah, all right. Now then, what's all this about Able Seaman Johnson wanting more pay, then?
Well, I'm not happy. Every week Fatso's finances get worse.
Well, that settles it then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Johnson, I reckon the time has come for us two to venture forth into the outside world and earn ourselves a few thousand bob or two.
Well, I wouldn't say no to that.
Yes, it was your mentioning your mum Min that put the idea in me bonds.
Oh, was it? Well, you can put it out again. She's skint and all.
I don't want to borrow anything from her. All I want to know is this. Has your mum Min still got her Humgrummit farm?
Yeah, of course she has. But if you're thinking there's any money in homegrown Humgrummits these days, you're out of date. People just aren't buying them, you know.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Your mum Min swamped the home market with them last year. Humgrummit wine, Humgrummit soup, Humgrummit chocolate. She overdid the old Humgrummit thing.
Here, I've still got some bars of Humgrummit chocolate. Would you like a bit?
No, not likely.
Oh, it tastes jolly good, you know.
I'm not saying it don't. It's what you might call the after effects I'm not mad about. Yeah, 2 bits of that and I was burping immoderate for a week.
I remember that. Oyster Shannon's over your fast net, lads. Here comes Burpy Pertwee.
All right. And the point is this, Johnson.
Yeah?
What your mum Min has overlooked is the export market.
Eh?
Yes, she ought to be exporting crates and crates of Humgrummits all over the world.
You don't send Humgrummits in crates, you send them in little sacks. And in any case, you don't send them in the first place, because they don't travel well. Humgrummits don't.
No,
you go on a long train journey with Humgrummit, you'll end up with a carriage to yourself.
Yeah, well, Johnson, what I'm trying to
and
say...
you're welcome to it, too. Cool. Talk about pong, you can't see your hand.
About time!
You were saying?
Well, I was about to say, Johnson, that I've made certain arrangements, you see, to ship vast quantities of your mum Min's Humgrummits to America.
I've told you before, Humgrummits don't travel, and you're not getting me on any inelegant ponging boats. If they go on their own.
They're not going to pong inelegant. They're going to be froozed.
Pardon?
Froozed. You know, refrigerated-ified. You know. Here, I've chartered a specially prepared vessel, you see, which may well turn out to be the first of the Pertwee Johnson fleet of froozed Humgrummit ships.
Who from?
Uncle Ebenezer, if you must know.
Oh, blimey.
We're using Nunkey's tug with a refrigeration plant out of Artie's ice cream van stuck on the deck.
That's going to be a pretty sight going past the Statue of Liberty, isn't it?
Well, never mind what the tug's going to look like. Now, look, how soon can your mum Min get the first load of Humgrummits onto Nunkey's tug?
Well, depends how far Nunkey is from my mum Min's farm. And if he's more than 10 miles away, there isn't a lorry driver in the country who'd take the risk. They don't travel, you see.
Oh,
it's a pity, but once an Humgrummit makes up his mind he don't want to go, you can't force it.
Well, I get the point.
No, you don't. You get the pong. And it's a rotten pong and all. Well, it's more of a rotting pong, actually. There's no mistaking it. Once you've copped a hooter full of travelling Humgrummit, you'll never forget it.
Have you finished?
Yes, I think so, Tara, yes. I was just trying to point out they don't travel...
I know they flaming well don't. But my boot will in a minute and it'll land right where your plumber gives you an alley-oop with his crowbar.
That's no way to talk to a fellow director of the company, you know.
It is when a fellow director won't rap out. Now, look here. If I get Nunkey's tug near to your mum Min's farm, when could she have the first load ready for him?
Well, if my fellow director can lend me the money, I could give her a ting-a-ling on the blower right now, and she could pick some ready for tomorrow.
Right, that's organised then.
No, it isn't. How about the money for the blower?
Reverse the charges, put it down to expenses, and remind me to query it at the next directors' meeting. Good morning.
Judy, have a look out of the window.
I've already seen them. I wonder what the Heavenly Twins are arguing about this time.
Oh, the same thing, I imagine. Mr. Phillips is explaining to number one that he wasn't really coming in here to see us. He was just taking the air.
And number one is explaining to Mr. Phillips that he had no intention of coming in here to see us. He was just looking around.
Then after another 10 minutes of, are you sure you weren't going in to see the girls? They'll both end up in here glaring at each other.
And trying to make a date with either of us.
Or both of us. You know, I think it's time we taught Mutt and Jeff a bit of a lesson.
Agreed, but how?
Well, now there are two of us in this office, things are a bit easy for them. Neither of them seems to mind which of us he takes out, so long as one of us is available.
Well, fair's fair. I don't mind which one I go out with either.
Well, to be honest, neither do I. But that has nothing to do with it. It's the principle of the thing.
What is?
Well, I'm not sure. Got myself a bit confused. Anyway, I suggest we frighten the lives out of them. A little feminine chatter about wedding bells should do that very nicely.
Oh, steady on. We don't want to frighten them off altogether. I mean, you know what men are like. At the sound of the ding-dong, they vanish.
Yes, well, fortunately, these two are in the service, so they can't get away unless they apply for another draft.
Well, they might even do that.
But they can't. They'd have to apply through this office, and we can lose their applications quicker than they can put them in. We've got 'em. Just a minute. I think the meeting of the Mutual Distrust Society is breaking up. Stand by to receive prospective husbands.
Right. Well, what if I was coming in? You were as well.
Now, don't try and wriggle out of it, sir.
I am not wriggling. Good morning, girls.
Good,
Oh, yes, you were.
morning.
What? Oh, good morning, yeah.
Good,
I was not wriggling.
morning.
Good morning. Who was it who said you were just taking the air?
Ah, yes, and who was it who said he was just looking around, eh? Answer that, if you can, sir.
I have absolutely no intention of answering that or anything else.
And I know why. I know why you can't answer it. Sir. That's a nasty cough. You ought to do something for it. Good morning, girls.
I knew we'd get noticed eventually.
I hope they'll be a bit more attentive when they're all on our honeymoons.
Oh, of course we shall. That'll be complete... on our what?
Well, Judy and I have been having a little chat about things.
We thought it was about time we both put you out of your misery and named the day.
What?
Of course, it takes 3 weeks for the banns to be read, then there's a catering to be arranged, so the sooner we sort out the details, the better.
Oh, now, just...
I've spoken to my parents.
Yes, and I've spoken to mine, and they're delighted, of course.
So am I.
Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
Could I have a little word with you outside for a minute?
With a pleasure, sir.
Yes, no, don't go running off. You know how terribly busy you both are. So if we can just agree on the date, then you can leave all the arrangements to us.
Oh, can we really? It's jolly nice of you, don't you, Don't you think it's jolly nice of them, Mr. Phillips? Mr. Phillips. Les. Peekaboo.
I don't. I can't. I'm not. I'm... Who said... Cool. Where's the exit? I demand a recount. Can I... Will... I don't think I feel very well.
No, he doesn't. We must get him into Captain Povey's office at once. He must lie down immediately. No, careful with him now. Forward, Mr. Phillips, into the valley of... into Captain Povey's office.
A case of severe shock if I ever saw one.
We should have told him before.
You shouldn't have told me at all.
No, quiet. We've got to watch him. This could be very serious. Now, easy now. Take his other arm, one of you.
Which one?
Well, whichever of you is intending to marry him, I suppose.
Yes, that's the point. Which one of you is it?
Either of us, does it matter?
Now, in with him.
What the blue blistering places is going on?
Sorry to barge in, sir. Mr. Phillips has had a bit of a shock. All right, girls, I can manage him now.
Oh, right. Oh, Captain Povey, would it be all right if I popped out at lunchtime and got 1 or 2 things from my bottom drawer?
What? Oh, well, yes, I suppose so.
Well, I don't like to bother you, but Dagenham and Gildersleeves are having a sale of sheer nylon negligees, and it seems such a pity to miss them. They say you can see right through them.
Yes. All right. Spare Les the lurid details.
What is going on?
Well, we're not quite sure, sir.
Whatever it was, we wish it wasn't.
Well, the girls seem to think they'd like to get married, sir.
Not only that, sir, they think they'd like to get married to us, sir.
So we wondered if...
by any chance.
Troutbridge might be needed...
For a long, long voyage.
To far distant lands.
Or further.
Immediately.
Sir.
Please.
Oh, so that's it. What a shame.
Shame? What's a shame?
Well, it's just one of those things, gentlemen. There's absolutely no reason why Troutbridge should put to sea at the moment. My deepest apologies. Oh, and my heartiest congratulations as well, of course.
It's a carve-up.
Yeah, you could be right.
Oh, it's a great institution, marriage, gentlemen. As one who has been in that, happy state...
Oh, you've been in the state, all right.
What was that?
He said it must have been great, sir.
Ah, yes, did he? Well, he's right, of course. I'm sure you'll enjoy every minute of it.
Yes, I'm sure we will, sir.
I should hate any naval duties to turn up that might put the wedding day off.
Well, we're rather hoping something might, actually. I mean, just because you're in the market doesn't mean we all have to be, does it, sir?
We were looking for you to get us out of this, sir.
Were you really?
Yes.
How sad.
Oh, now, look, sir, couldn't we go out on patrol or anti-sub exercise or something?
Sorry?
You quite sure, sir?
Positive?
Lummy, we're cooked. Leslie's no longer going to be a spinster of this parish.
Neither is Stephen.
Yeah, well, cheer up. The first 50 years are the worst.
Hello?
Rear Admiral Arnbridge, Povey. Yes, yes, that's who it is, all right. Yes, yes, yes.
What? Oh, good grief. I mean, Captain Povey here, sir.
Ah, splendid. Just the job. Yes, yes, that's the ticket. Yes, yes. When it touches last, yes, yes, yes. Absolutely first class. Yes, rather. Yes, top hole. Yes, yes.
Yes?
Who said that?
I did, sir, Captain Povey.
Oh, Povey. Well, that's the thing. I was just going to ring you. Now then, here's the scheme.
Scheme? What scheme, sir?
Yes, yes, that's the idea. Yes. Mum's the word. Yes. I rely on you, old man. Yes, yes, yes. Must stop the panic somehow, what?
Well, I...
Good man, good man. Knew you'd agree. Yes, yes. Keep calm at all costs. Yes, yes, leave it to you. And let me know immediately.
Oh, certainly, sir. I'll do that the moment I... Well, just a minute, sir.
Wait, wait. You might miss the essentials.
Yeah, well, I've missed everyone up to now, sir. I don't know what job...
Patience, Povey, patience. Yes, yes, patience. Nothing to be gained by rushing things at this stage. No, no.
No?
Patience. No. Now then, about these reports. The first one said it was an iceberg, but these fishermen...
Fishermen? What fishermen?
The ones that saw it, of course. They reckon now that it's a flying saucer.
A flying saucer?
Yes. In mid-Atlantic, of all places. Nonsense, of course. But they swear they could see him.
See? Do you see who, sir?
Why, this little blue man, of course. Rushing about on top of it, beating his arms, they said he was. Yes, yes, yes. That's what they said. A little blue man.
Yeah, I think I'm going potty.
Hold on, Povey. Hold on. No need for panic at this stage. Action. That's what we need. Action. Now, we must have a full report. Yes, yes, that's what we need, a full report. Now, get a ship out there to have a closer butcher's at him, I say. Yes, yes, that's what's needed. Now then, have you got one to spare?
Me, sir? Well, there's the frigate Troutbridge, sir, but if they see little blue men running about on top of icebergs or flying saucers, they'll most probably say...
And who'll blame them? Now then, you better send them anyway. Over to you, Povey. Yes, yes, yes. Goodbye.
No, wait, sir. Hello. I didn't understand a word of that.
Well, neither did we, sir, but I like the bit when you said you were going potty. But...
Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
If you're smart, you'll go back to going, again.
Yes, well, he hasn't got time. You must stand by to put to sea at once.
Oh, really? Well, then, what a shame. The girls will be upset.
Well, never mind about them. You've got to track down a flying saucer. What is the matter with him?
I think I'd rather get married instead.
Yes, well, unfortunately, you haven't got the time. Now, get aboard Troutbridge, put to sea, and I'll radio you to where to start the search.
Chief?
Sir?
If there are no moon men that way, left hand down a bit.
Not a moon man in sight, so left hand down a bit it is, sir.
I can't say I'm all that disappointed that we haven't found this object, whatever it is, but old Thunderguts isn't going to be too pleased.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just as pleased he did send us. At least we got away from the girls for a bit.
I don't think that's going to help. I have a feeling the campaign will be stepped up as soon as we dock.
Lummy, yes. I wonder if we could get old Thunderguts to arrange for us to be refueled at sea. If we kept doing that, we could keep away from the girls until they found somebody else to go walkies down the aisle with.
You're not serious, sir, eh? No, you can't be. I mean, Pertwee can't stay afloat on the briny for the rest of his puff.
Can't you, Chief? Can't you? I thought going to sea was a possible risk one undertook when one joined the Navy.
Yes, but not per minutely, sir. I've got certain little business arrangements to attend to, sir.
You're working another one of your fiddles?
Yeah, no. Oh, sir, what an unkind thing to say, sir. Here am I, sir, an honest sailor lad, risking his life and limb for their rollicking lordships. Me, an humble matelot, sent out to fight and destroy a visitor from the outer unknown, without a thought for his own safety. And all but he had fled.
Yes, well, of course, that proves it.
Aye? Proves what, sir?
Whenever we get this about serving the flag, cry Harry for England and St. George, Foursquare for the Empire, and so on, it's a dead cert Pertwee's up to something.
Yes, usually the more patriotic the speech, the bigger the fiddle.
Permission to apply for a draft to another ship, sir?
No, Chief.
With due respect, sir, after all the suspiciousals that have been bandied about willy-nilly on this bridge, I don't see how we can continue to work in an harmonious manner, as befits those chosen few who are selected to battle against old Father Neptune for the sake of a... And I couldn't have said it better myself.
Bridge, number 1 here.
Starboard lookout here, sir.
Yes, what is it, Goldstein?
Well, now, that's just what I was going to ask you, sir, but then I had another think, and I decided I wouldn't ask, because I'm none too sure I want to know. On the other hand, I thought I ought to let you know I've seen it, and you can suit yourself about what you do about it.
Goldstein, what are you...
And if you're thinking of getting any closer to whatever it is, I'd be just as pleased if I could have the lend of the seaboat so I can row like fun in the opposite direction. Message ends.
Hello. Goldstein!
Starboard lookout here, and until whatever it is I can see out there goes, I'm not looking, and that's flat.
Now look here, Goldstein.
Oh, I don't mind looking here, but I'm not looking there.
All right, but what did you see just now?
Well, I don't rightly know, sir. It's a great big object floating in the water about a mile off, and it's got a sort of glassy look about it, sir. It keeps glinting in the sun.
It's told me here, I can see it, sir. Look, where? Over there, sir. Look. It's vast. It seems to be getting bigger all the time.
Slammy, yes. It's such a funny shape, and
yes.
Look.
Where?
On the top. He's there.
Who is?
The little blue man.
They're here, sir. Them that have come from outer space, we're all going to be wiped out with invisible rays. They'll put us to sleep for hundreds and hundreds of years. Pertwee surrenders! Take me to your leader!
No, stop that! Stop it! Mr. Phillips, there's only one thing to do. Fire a warning shot over it, whatever it is, and see what happens.
Aye, sir.
Don't do it, sir. Don't do it. You'll have them. You'll have them all of a provoked, sir.
All guns ready, Chief?
All guns ready, sir, but you're tampering with demons. They'll show no mercy.
Over the top, whatever it is, fire one, Chief.
Mr. Phillips, sir, I don't want to be put to kip for hundreds of years, sir. I'm not pretty enough to be Sleeping Beauty. Why don't we just full astern both and leave it be, sir?
No, fire one, Chief.
Oh, well, good night all. Fire one! Fire one!
Bridge, number 1 here.
Starboard lookout here. Who threw that? Was it them or us?
Well, we did.
Well, I don't think that was very smart, sir. The little blue man's in a proper paddy now, if you ask me. I don't blame him. He's jumping up and down on the top of his bit of glass, shaking his fist at us.
Any minute now! The rays will hit us, sir. He'll switch them on. And then that'll be it until 1986. We'll wake up surrounded by little blue men with 18 arms and with 4 heads and eyes that go on and off like a pin table machine.
Oh, shut up. Fire again, Mr. Phillips, and this time bang one through the middle of it. We can't take any more chances.
Aye, sir. Through the middle of it, fire 2, Chief.
Fire 2, sir. Fire 2.
Lummy, it's split completely in half.
That's nice, isn't it? Now there are 2 of them. Hey, you know what? You know what they'll do now, don't you? They'll multiply like mad now. Yeah, them 2 will become 4, and And then them 4, they'll become 8. And then, them 8, they'll become... They'll become... No, that's me arithmetic gone for a bird. And the boats, lads!
What was that?
It's the little blue man, sir. Calling us names in little blue language.
Oh, no, it's not. I'd know that noise anywhere. That's your Uncle Ebenezer's tug hooter.
You're right, sir. Look through these binoculars. It is Nunky. His tug was under all that glass. He's heading towards us.
Yes, and that wasn't glass, it was ice. It's melting.
Ice? Nunky's tug? Ice? Well, now that we've cleared that up, sir, our back full of headboats, said I'm in no sense in hanging about here.
No. We're going to find out what's been going on.
Yes.
I imagine it may have something to do with certain business arrangements the chief has.
Me, sir? No, sir. My relative is a complete stranger, sir. No. Well, what I mean to say is that, oh, dear, I wish I was...
Oi! You trigger-happy lot of floating layabouts! What do you think you're doing? I wanted to be rescued, not blown flat on the ice. If you've damaged me tug, I'm going to sue.
Nunky, you old fool, what happened?
It was all your fault, Johnsy. You and your perishing export drive. Not only have your blooming Humgrummits been frozen stiff for a week, so have I.
Why?
Because a flaming fridge wouldn't stop making ice. Because a certain idiot relative of mine, which is you, didn't bother to put a thermostat to it, so it's been going full blast.
Well, why didn't you switch it off, you frozen nit?
Well, how could I? By the time I realised it, everything was frozen up, including me. You can jolly well take me in tow. I've switched the perishing thing off now, and I'm going back to Portsmouth in your engine room where it's warm.
You can tell him that's all right, Chief. And during the trip back, you can explain to us what he was up to with that floating bathtub of his.
If you insist, sir.
I do, Chief. Get him in tow and let's go back to Pompey.
But, sir, what about the girls? They'll start all that business of wedding bells and roses round the door again.
I rather imagine they will, but I've been thinking about that, and I've got a theory. This marriage idea was so sudden, I think they've been pulling our legs.
What? Ah, yes, but supposing they haven't?
Then I'm sure we'll all be very happy together very shortly.
Bags on best men, sir.
Pertwee, please, don't joke about things like that.
Keep calm, Mr. Phillips. I'll explain my plan on the way back. And that's really all there is to it. At least we're back, safe and sound.
Well, I think you've been absolutely wonderful. We're both going to be so proud of our brave husbands. I think they should have medals. Well, who cares about medals? At least they're both safe.
Quite, but whilst we were out there facing unknown dangers, we both realised that it would be madness to wait any longer.
That's right, ladies. I remember in our darkest hour, Mr. Phillips and Mr. Murray, they turned to me as one man and they said, Pertwee, they said, we've been fools, they said.
Back a bit, you're overdoing it.
Pertwee, they said, Pertwee, if we come out of this alive, they said, we must get married as soon as possible, they said. We've been blind fools, Pertwee, they said.
I beg your pardon?
Well, he shouldn't have told you that, but there it is.
Hello, Chief. Could I have a little word with you, please?
No, not yet, Johnson, no.
Please yourself, but you'll regret it.
Oh, belt up as a good lad. We're just getting to the spicy bit.
Well, now I suggest we all go up and see the vicar at once.
Oh, now, just a moment. Yes, now, don't let's rush things. I mean, who is marrying who?
Oh, does it matter? Just so long as one has those slippers by the fire.
A little cottage with roars round the dozes? Round raw the dozes. No, rozzers round the donuts.
A place in the country, sir.
Thanks.
And a certain relative of mine does a very nice line in solid gold wedding rings, sir. Well, not solid gold, actually. More like rolled gold. But for the first 6 months, you'd never tell the difference.
Yes, but look here, we didn't actually mean that. I mean, that is...
It's sort of a joke.
You see, we only wanted to because, I mean, you'd been
you've been taking us for granted, so...
Oh, we had, but we're going to do the right thing now, aren't we, sir?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure after what we lads have been through, sir, their lordships will be only too pleased to grant leave for a long honeymoon, sir. I mean, after all, we've Oh, I mean, after...
Lummy, what on earth?
I told you ought to have had a little word with Fatso.
What are you talking about?
The horrible pong. That's the Humgrummits going off. That's what that is. They're not called Humgrummits for nothing, you know. Froze they may have been, but now they're unfroze. And them grummits and half beginning to hum, ain't they?
Blimey, I'd forgotten all about them. Cast him off, somebody. Here, take that tug in tow to windward and sink the perisher. Taxi! Who wants 40,000 Humgrummits to take away? No reasonable offer refuse. Come on in. Who wants it?
And that was John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips and Stephen Murray working their passage in the Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. John Pertwee was the Chief Petty Officer, Leslie Phillips was the Sub-Lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Heather was Heather Chasen, Judy was Judy Cornwell, Taffy Goldstein was Teniel Evans, Able Seaman Johnson was Ronnie Barker, and Rear Admiral Ironbridge was played by Michael Bates. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray and John Pertwee. They say that marriage is a wonderful institution. Well, to be more exact, I don't know whether they say it or not, but my wife does, regularly, every payday. One man who ought to know all about the subject is Captain Povey. It's his 15th wedding anniversary, and he and his wife are aboard Troutbridge to celebrate it.
And now then, latitude and, whatever the other one is.
Tude.
Thank you. Longitude and 100 and take away 2, that leaves now double the number you first thought of. If 2 men empty a bath, a train traveling. Cool.
What seems to be the trouble, Mr. Phillips?
Well, offhand, sir, I should say it is arithmetical, sir.
No, it's not. It's trying to navigate with these blooming charts.
Why don't you do what you usually do?
What's that, sir? I've often wondered.
Oh, is this? Very simple. He borrows a pin from me, sticks it into the chart with his eyes shut, steers off 10 degrees to allow for wind, and that's it.
But this trip's different, sir. Leslie's got to be on the right spot, or Leslie's right in the muck.
Oh, you will be indeed. I must say, I think this is a jolly romantic idea of Captain and Mrs. Povey's, you know, celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary at the exact spot where some liner captain married them.
Romantic it may be, but I wish they'd decided to go out to the exact spot in some other ship than Troutbridge this time.
Well, they might have stood a better chance of getting to it, I grant you.
Trust Captain Povey to have remembered the exact spot after all these years anyway, sir. Once a naval officer, always a flaming nuisance. Pertwee, present company accepted, of course.
Lummy. Cool. Lummy.
Eh?
Core again.
What's the matter, Mr. Phillips? What's up?
He's probably stuck the pin in his thumb instead of the chart.
I haven't, you know, not this time. It's something much worse.
Hey? Well, how'd you manage to stab yourself right round behind?
That's not what I meant. I've just checked the lat thing.
Tude.
Thank you. And also the longy, what's it?
Tude.
Thank you. And it's jolly, cool. What is? Well, sir, if these tudes that Captain Povey gave us are right, he and Mrs. P aren't married.
Oh, is that all?
What? Well, sir, I believe a liner captain can only marry people outside the 3-mile limit.
Quite. Well, what of it?
It's only 2 3/4 miles, sir.
2 and... Bags, Pertwee's not here when somebody kills Captain Povey.
Bags, Leslie's not here when somebody tells Mrs. Povey.
Now, stop the panic. It's only a technical matter, surely. We shall just have to explain that it wasn't their fault that they weren't married and that for the past 15 years they've been...
I think this is a job for the captain. I'll give Lieutenant Commander Staunton a buzz in his cabin.
Who did that? Come on, hold up. Who went in me lug? Who was it?
Bridge here, sir. Number 1 speaking.
Oh, is it? Well, I don't mind you chatting, old boots, but I'm not having any more... You understand?
Certainly, sir. We want your advice, sir. Could you come up for a minute?
Oh, well, I suppose I could, old wash basins yet. Yes, but I'd rather not, thanks all the same. I've only just managed to get me rod out, you see. Yes, jolly tricky trying to cast a line through these little round windows, you know. Yeah, I'll have to chat Admiralty about having them enlarged, old gators. I've hooked my own cap off 4 times. Trying to get the beastly lines through already.
No, please, sir, this is urgent. We've just discovered that the spot where Captain Povey was married was inside the 3-mile limit. That means they're not married.
Oh, well, it jolly well served them right, I say. I suppose you better tell him at once. Carry on, oh. Good morning.
Oh, well, a dead lumber, if ever I heard one, sir.
A dead lumber indeed, Chief.
What is, gentlemen?
I mean, old Captain Povey, sir, number 1 wanted to see you about, about a little something.
Well, number 1, what's all this about?
Well, sir.
Oh, it's a great day, this, gentleman. Yes, a great day. 15 years to the very day, and on the very spot.
Yes, it was,
It's a pity none of you chaps have married, you know. Oh, it has its ups and downs, but it's wonderful for keeping a man within limits.
Yes, well, that is, I was about to, unfortunately...
Well, come on, man, out with it.
Come on, Mr. Phillips, your turn.
Hey, what? Me? Yes, well, what number 1 was about to say, sir, was, well, that is, he was about, and unfortunately, it could have, well, I don't want to. I mean, it's a simple mistake. I mean, no, if you try to think of it, and on the other hand, of course, it's better if you don't. I think I want to go home.
Good grief, what the blue blistering place is you trying to say?
Nothing much, sir. No, it's just that through a slight oversight by a certain liner captain 15 years ago, sir, you and Mrs. P are not exactly what you might call bespoke, sir. Or to be more exact, sir, married, sir.
Oh, is that all? I thought you said...
Take cover!
All clear.
That liner captain was wrong in his navigation, sir. The ship was only 2 3/4 miles out from land instead of the required 3 miles. He may not have been empowered to perform the ceremony.
You're joking.
I'm afraid not, sir. I've double-checked.
Oh, good grief. That means that Ramona and I... Yes, well, never mind what it means. but the celebration, the wardroom party for our 15th anniversary, well, what are we going to do?
An interesting point, that, sir. I don't see how you can have an anniversary party for something which never took place in the first place. The place which was the wrong place in the first place. And, I think I've lost my place.
Well, never mind. I get your meaning. And for once, you're right. Well, the celebration must be cancelled, and we must return to Portsmouth at once. Mr. Phillips, why did you have to learn to navigate properly on this trip? You've always been perfectly happy stabbing a pin into a chart and aiming off the wind before.
Somebody's been talking.
Incidentally, sir, don't you think you'd better tell your wife, Mrs. Your good lady, sir?
Oh, good grief, yes. What on earth's she going to say about this? Well, I'd better go below and in the meantime get back to Portsmouth as soon as you can, please. All the nice girls love Captain Povey. All the nice girls love... good morning, number 1.
Good morning, sir. Everything All right. Perfect. Perfect. Why?
We thought you'd had a few.
What?
Had a few problems. You wanted to sing about, see about.
No. I'm just going out to get some theatre tickets, as a matter of fact.
Oh?
Yes, if you're not doing anything, perhaps you'd like to go in and chat to the girls. I shan't be long, but you may as well keep them company in my absence. All the nice girls love Captain Povey.
Cool. If Thunderguts is as cheerful as that, somebody must be in a monumental mound of muck.
Well, not necessarily, Mr. Phillips. Let's go and ask the girls. They're bound to know what's going on.
I'm going to wash my hair.
My mother's coming for a week.
So we can't possibly... Oh, thank heavens for that. It's you two.
Why? Who do you think it was?
The Raymond Navarro of Portsmouth.
We thought he was courting Mrs. Povey.
No, not her. Us.
Oh, he's not a bad old stick off duty. But ever since some nit found out the mistake over the marriage, he's been trying to regain his youth.
And as a result, he's looking a lot older.
Well, I wonder who the nit was. I mean, if he had discovered that the marriage was in the wrong place, he should have kept quiet about... What are you looking at me like that for?
Incidentally, we bumped into Valentino just now, and he said he was just going to get some theatre tickets.
Oh, please. Oh, well, I suppose it's better than going to a dance like we did last night.
What happened?
Nothing much, except that whilst everyone else was doing the cha-cha-cha, we had to take it in turns to do the bunny hug.
And the black bottom.
How abandoned. It must have been quite an evening.
It was. We might not have been noticed quite so much if he hadn't worn his casual, sporty outfit.
Oh, lummy. Not the striped blazer, the all-wool grey flannel non-tapering trousers with the 31-inch turn-ups, and the brown-white Harold Lloyd shoes.
Katie, he's back.
Still here, then?
Yes, Mr. Lloyd. I mean Raymond Navarro. Valentino. Yes, please.
We've just asked the girls to come out with us this evening.
Oh, yes, and we've just accepted.
Oh. Oh, what a pity.
Pity?
Yes. Too bad you won't be here. I've an urgent job for you, and you'll have to put to sea at once.
Oh, but, sir...
Put to sea at once, I said, and put to sea at once, I meant. Now, get back to your ship at once, gentlemen. I'll be along to give you your orders shortly.
If you feel like it, left hand down a bit.
I don't feel like it, so left hand down a bit it isn't, sir.
Well, please yourself.
Now, gentlemen, we're not broken men yet.
Well, I am. 14 times old Thunderguts has made us put to sea this week. It's only Thursday now.
Yes, well, obviously Captain Povey is keeping us at sea to cut down the competition with the girls.
Oh, no, sir. Mind you, in some ways, I don't mind being at sea all the time. It's safer.
What do you mean?
Well, sir, last time we was ashore, I got involved in a blind date, sir. And a dead dodgy evening that turned out to be.
Well, in what way?
Well, the blind date turned out to be Mrs. Povey, sir. Oh, very funny. Very comical, I'm sure, sir. As if being lumbered with her wasn't enough. She made me take her to some opera called Push It.
Push It?
Eh? Yeah, Push It, no. Yeah. Push It. Forced it.
Faust.
Yeah, well, very likely, sir, yeah. There's a flaming lot of hollering anyway. Nothing like the top 10 from start to finish.
Oh, what a shame.
Still, the fact remains we've got to do something about this situation, Chief.
Yes, indeed. The Poveys seem to have accepted the idea that just because there was a technical error of navigation, their marriage is invalid.
Exactly, sir. And I would say that was what is known as a moot point, sir. Points don't come no mooter. Points don't. No.
Perhaps we could ask somebody.
My very thought, sir. And what's more, I know the very person to ask.
One of your relatives, I presume.
Not this time, sir. No. What's wanted for moot points is a lawyer. And there's only one I know that might help. Cheap.
Who's that?
Able Seaman Taffy Goldstein's Uncle Edwin.
Oh, yes. Yes. The one he fondly refers to as the best sewer in the valley.
That's right, sir. The very one. Now, as soon as we get back from this trip, I thought I'd get Able Seaman Goldstein to ring him up and get his advice on whether the marriage is still valid or not.
An excellent scheme, Chief. You and Goldstein will have to be quick about it, of course. The way things are, as soon as we're refueled, old Thunderguts will have us at sea again.
Right, come on. Into the phone booth, Goldstein. Get on the blower.
Off we go, then.
Can I help you?
Hello, is that Mrs. 100 chatting?
It is.
Well, I want Lamball Gethley 24, please.
You want what number?
I said it plain enough, didn't I? 24.
What was exchange?
Lamball Gethley, of course. No sense in having any other, is there? When that's the one my Uncle Edwin's on.
1 moment, please. I'll try and connect you. Put 3 and 6pence in the box, please.
Look, Goldstein. Oh, stop fiddling about. Goldstein. Where the... All right, now then.
All right, Chief.
Where's the blistering paintwork his slam ball thingamy?
Gethley, Chief, not thingamy. Lamball Gethley. It's in Wales.
I'd never have guessed.
London here.
Land Gately 24, please.
Who?
It's in Wales.
Oh, well, that accounts for it. 1 moment, please.
Cardiff here.
Chap wants something that sounds like Lamball Getley, 2 or 4. If you could manage it, old girl.
Lamball Gately, is it? I'll reroute you, London.
Thanks.
Been a funny old day, hasn't it, Chief?
Never mind the flaming weather, Goldstein. What's happened to this call? We can't stay here all night, you know.
Oh, you can sometimes, you know. Last time I spoke to Uncle Edwin, I bought sandwiches and a flask of tea.
Swansea here, man.
Lamball Gately 24.
Oh, there's exciting they'll be. 1 moment, please.
Well, I think they're getting warm now.
Snowdon here. Who's calling?
Can you connect with Lamball Gately 24, please?
Righto. It's down the other side. I'll just join up the wires for a bit.
Goldstein. Look, Goldstein, if your Uncle Edwin is out after all this, I'll go straight up the wall. You're inside a phone booth. That could get dead nasty.
No, he'll be in all right, Chief. He has to be. You see, apart from being a solicitor, he's also an ironmonger.
He's a what?
An ironmonger. Well, he had to do something because there was no solicitoring after he'd been in Lamball Gethley for a bit. People daren't break the law because they couldn't afford Uncle Edwin.
You know, I'm sure there must be a tie-up between your relatives and mine somewhere.
Ah, here he is.
Edwin Goldstein, solicitor and ironmonger here. Which department do you require?
Hello, Auntie Morpeth. It's me, Taffy. How's everyone?
Oh, there's lovely we are. Your uncle's downstairs selling a kettle to Mrs. Evans the Trotter.
Well. Will you fetch him for me, Auntie dear? We want some advice.
Righto, Tuff. How's the sailor in, Bar?
Oh, lovely, thank you, Auntie. Been a funny old day, hasn't it?
Oh, get a move on! Get a move on, Taffy, for Drake's sake. Those little pips will go in a minute. Hey, I knew it.
Have you finished, caller? If not, put another 3 and 6pence in the box, please, Bach.
Go on then, bang it in. Now what's happening? What's happening now?
Well, Uncle Edwin's still trying to sell a kettle to Mrs. Evans the Chatter.
Oh. Oh, for crying out loud! Tell him I'll buy the flaming kettle.
Edwin Goldstein here. That'll be 10 and 6, postage extra. Hello.
Oh, hello, Uncle. Uncle, we want some legal advice.
Sure. It's an open and shut case.
No. Listen, Uncle, we want to know if a wedding at sea is still legal if it was performed inside the 3-mile limit. By accident, like.
Well, what'd he say?
Oh, nothing yet. He's still pondering.
Well, blimey, at 3 and 6 a ponder out, he don't take long.
All right, Chief, all right, I'll ask. Hello, Uncle. Uncle, what's your great legal mind say about that?
It says, how about a nice set of saucepans to go with that kettle?
Isn't it marvellous? Isn't it marvellous? We don't want a flaming kettle!
Not flaming, steaming. Here, I tell you what. I'll give the matter my old considered opinion as soon as I hear from you.
You're from us? You are hearing from us.
No, I'm not. You can't send a cheque by phone.
Oh, now, Uncle.
That'll be 3 guineas, and I want costs.
Yeah, give me that blower. Give me that blower. Hello! Uncle Edwin, you stupid old solicitor. Hello!
You've had that, Chief. He's hung up. Oh, you wait till we have home rule. Then you'll have to pay before he'll even answer the phone.
Well, you can have it taken out as far as I'm concerned. Now, come on, I suppose we better get back to the ship and stand by to put to sea again, I suppose. All right. I'll answer it. Hello?
Edwin Goldstein here. When you send your cheque, don't forget to add on 10 and 6pence for the kettle you bought.
Merivale here, Director of Naval Expenditure, and whatever it is, I have no statement to make at this stage. No, my lips are sealed. What? Oh, it's you, Mabel. Yes, I shan't keep you a moment, chaps. My secretary. Hello? No, I'm in conference. Can't be done. Is this chap Captain Povey out there? Good show. Send him in.
You know, we ought to see that chap Povey, shouldn't we, Ironbridge?
He's just coming, Admiral. Yes, yes, that's the form. Yes, he's just coming.
Just come in? Well, that's odd, I can't see him. Well, he must be playing hide and seek, I suppose. Peekaboo, Povey!
No. I didn't say that. No, definitely no.
Will you stop waffling, Ironbridge?
No.
Captain Povey reporting. Caught you, Povey. Now I'm he. Shut your eyes and count up to 50.
I beg your pardon? No, take no notice. Park yourself, Povey.
Yes, park yourself. Yes.
Getting quick, Merivale.
Yes.
Too late, he'll be off again now.
No, leave it to me. Leave it to me, sir, leave it to me. Now then, Povey, shan't keep you long, but thought you'd like to get it straight from the shoulder. No sense in beating about the bush and all that jazz, is there?
Well, no.
Hit
him, somebody!
What seems to be the trouble, sir? Rumours, Povey, rumours. There's been a buzz going round you're not actually married, old man. None of our business, really, but for a man in a responsible position, well, you do see our point. It just won't do.
Oh, good grief. I make you a bad risk for security, old man. Yes. Open to blackmail from foreign powers. Yes.
Oh, for Pete's sake, yes!
Obliged.
From naval expenditure point of view, it follows you might abscond with the fairish lump of their lordship's lolly, and they can get jolly touchy, you know. Oh, they can indeed.
But it wasn't my fault.
Yes. Of course, if you were to get married again immediately, we should forget the whole thing. Yes. That's what we should do. Yes.
Married again? Oh, of course, it was my intention, naturally.
Yeah, good lad. Knew we could rely on you to do the right thing. Off you go. Nice of you to call. Congratulations and all that.
Thank you, sir. I most it's extremely good afternoon, gentlemen. Well, now where's he gone? It's my turn to hide, not his.
Yes. Not to worry, sir. Everything's under control. Ticklish one, that Ironbridge. He can be a wild one, that one.
Yes.
Don't bother to answer. Just nod, will you? Yes. You remember Povey in the old days? He used to go around knocking policemen's helmets off. They always got him, though. Always got him. Every man in the force was looking for a chap in a striped blazer and trousers with 31-inch turnips and Harold Lloyd shoes. Got him every time. Shall we adjourn?
Yes.
Oh.
Morning, Judy. How are things going with the Sheik of Portsmouth?
Worse.
He went up to Admiralty yesterday, and as soon as he got back, he proposed to both of us.
Both of you?
Yes.
What did Heather say to that?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Oh, yes, I believe she suddenly asked for a compassionate 48-hour pass.
Now, why didn't I think of that?
Here, Judy, have you seen... Oh, you're here, sir.
Yes, so I am. 10 out of 10 for observation.
Thank you, sir. But it can't... No. Look, Captain Povey's compliments, and we're to put to sea at once, sir.
Yeah, that'll make a nice change.
Oh, but this time it's different, sir. We're to take him and Mrs. P with us, sir. And also a certain local vicar, sir. We're going out to the same spot as last time. And the vicar's marrying Captain and Mrs. P again.
Good gracious. Well, let's hope this time it takes.
Yes, exactly, sir. I get the point. I gather the lovebirds have had enough of wild oats, and a spot of domesticity will be a welcome relief all round.
Oh, it certainly will.
Yeah, save me sitting through another 3 hours of hollering sopranos and that perishing opera Push It.
I'll send a telegram to Heather and tell her it's safe to come out of hiding. Oh, that reminds me. I've got a telegram for you, Chief. Here you are.
For me?
Perhaps you've won the pools.
I don't know with gambling, sir. At least not when I can't cheat. Here, let's have a look at this. Stone me! Wait till I see Tuffy Goldstein.
Goldstein? Why is he sending you telegrams?
He isn't, sir. It is from his Uncle Edwin. Still awaiting your cheque. Stop. My advice is sue 'em. Stop. Kettle following Uncle Edwin. Wait till I get my hands on him on murder.
No, you won't, Chief. You haven't got time. We must get back to the ship at once. We're keeping the happy couple waiting.
We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in wedlock.
Trust Mrs. P to do the thing properly, sir. All in white and all that.
I should have said it was more off grey.
Yeah, well, that's hardly surprising, sir. The dress is 15 years old.
Good heavens, look at Mr. Phillips. What's he running along the deck like that for?
And if any man or woman knows of any just cause...
Stop! I will. Sorry, I do. That is,
Mr. Phillips, have you gone mad?
Yes, no, stop the wedding. It'll be bigamy.
What?
The ceremony can't go on. It's definitely bigamy, sir. You're marrying the same woman twice.
Mr. Phillips, for heaven's sake, explain yourself.
Take no notice, Vicar. Bash on regardless.
Well, I don't see that.
Mr. Phillips, you distinctly stated, and I have had it checked on Admiralty charts, that the original spot is only 2 3/4 miles from the shore.
That's right, sir, but 15 years ago it wasn't.
What?
I've been charting up some old looks. I'm choking out some old laughs. And, we're having a butcher's at some maps. 10 years ago, they reclaimed some land, and that's pushed the sea 1/4 mile out.
3 hours of listening to the hollering at the opera Push It, and I was out with a married woman.
Ah, yes, CPO Pertwee, so you were. I'll have more to say about that later.
Rather complete and thorough explanation, sir.
Excuse me.
What is it, Vicar?
Do you think we could get on with the ceremony? I'm not a heighty good sailor, so the sooner...
I'm sorry, Vicar. Apparently we're married already, so we can scrub round the whole thing. Lovely talking up to Nardo.
Yeah, but excuse me, but what about the wedding breakfast, sir? I mean, Fatso's been doing wonders in the galley, sir. Little sausage rolls on tiny pearls. Tasted toe cakes. Toasted tea cakes.
Oh, good heavens, yes. I tell you what, sir, why don't we make this the 15th anniversary nosh-up instead?
It's a capital idea, number one. What do you say, my dear?
Very well. But don't you dare get crumbs on your new dickie. Lead on. Come on, Vicar. Bob's up.
Yes.
This way.
After you, Vicar, after you.
That That was Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray and John Pertwee working their passage in the Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number one, John Pertwee was the chief petty officer. Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Heather was Heather Chasen, Judy was Judy Cornwell. Taffy Goldstein was Tenniel Evans, Rear Admiral Ironbridge was Michael Bates, and Mr. Merivale was played by Ronnie Barker. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips and Stephen Murray. Odd people dropping in unexpectedly can be rather fun, provided they're not too odd, of course. Last week, my wife invited our local ratepayers ladies knitting circle round to our place for a cup of char and wad. Believe me, people don't drop in any odder than that lot. Well, they don't, unless you count the weird bunch that are about to drop in on Captain Povey.
Come in.
Excuse me, sir, but there's a Mr. Nigel Scott Hanson to see you.
Oh, well, you'd better show him in. Mr. Who?
Nigel Scott Hanson, sir. He says he's from a television company.
Oh, well, in that case, you better show him in at once.
Aye, sir. This way, Mr. Hanson.
Charmed. Scott Hanson, actually, but not to worry. What's a double barrel between friends?
Excuse me, sir, but I haven't any idea.
No, of course you haven't. Well, this little billet-doux from Admiralty will explain everything. I'm with the commercial television chaps, and we're starting a new comedy series about the jolly old Navy, you see?
Oh, good grief, not another one.
My sentiments exactly. Still, you know how it is. Everybody gets on the bandwagon, you know.
What's this lot called?
Well, it hasn't started yet. We're thinking of calling the brute Muckmates.
Muckmates?
Yeah, well, you should have heard the one that got away. Now, the basic idea is that we have these chaps on a boat thing, you see. I say, would you mind most awfully if I just sort of slipped out of my camel hair job for a bit? Shan't feel the benefit later, otherwise. Jolly civil of you. Now, that's where you come in. Admiral said you were just the boy to lend us this beastly boat thing.
Oh, did they?
Yes. My word, it is warm in here, isn't it? How can you stick it in that dreadful serge suit? I can't imagine. They suggested we could use a... now, where's that piece of paper? Oh, they wrote it down somewhere. Ah, yes, here we are. A frigate.
A what?
A frigate, old boy. That's what they suggested we could have a lend off for a couple of days.
Oh, a frigate.
Yeah.
I think I know the ship for you, all right.
I expect the whole program will be yet another frightful egg, but one must try, mustn't one?
You're sure Admiralty agreed to all this?
Oh, but of course. The whole gang from the company will be down tomorrow, and we'll be going aboard the boat thing about 7:30. Well, that's the camera crews and the sound boys, of course, not me. I'm not worth knowing before 10.
Go on off.
George, it is warm in here, isn't it? What's the name of the boat thing you've got for us?
Yes. What? Oh, yeah. HMS Troutbridge.
My word, I like the way you said that. Henry, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. Henry Povey.
Yes, well, we shall have to change that, of course. Dirk Povey, perhaps. Or Clint Povey, that's better. Yes, a natural, that's what you are, Clint, old man.
No. Really, I couldn't possibly...
Yes, it's too early to say at this stage, of course, but, well, I might be able to use you one of these days.
Yes, well, I have been in amateur dramatics, of course. I did 10 days with the farmer's wife once in 1940.
Well, I'm sure you stole the whole show. I must dash. We must have a chat sometime. Got to fix my digs and all that. See you tomorrow.
Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
Oh, you're too kind.
No, wait. Into the valley of death rode the 500.
And a right flaming car that it is and all.
Now, what's the matter, Chief?
Well, I mean, with all these television herberts coming aboard, sir, they've been clattering out the ship with lights and cameras and odd bits of nonsense on wheels for hours. If they put just one more 40-watt bulb here, we'll make Blackpool illuminations look like a night light.
Ah, but it's worth it, though.
Worth it?
Yes. You haven't seen the makeup girl. Cool.
Mr. Phillips, I'm rapidly coming to the conclusion that you've got a wandering eye.
Yeah, I agree, sir. And if it wanders any further, it'll be in outer space.
Yes, our Leslie's been a bit of a tearaway with the girls. Just Leslie? Mr. Phillips.
Oi, cloth ears!
Too late, sir. I think he spotted another one.
I say. Cool.
He has, sir. He has.
Look, chaps, look at that. Coming up the gangway. Well, they never get all that on the small screen.
Oh, well, perhaps it's a serial. They're going to show it in 8 weekly parts.
Well, I know which week I'm going to watch.
Mr. Phillips.
Oh, sorry, pardon. Lummy, who's the character with her? You know, the one with the camel-haired coat and the yachting cap.
I think that must be the producer.
Greetings, fellow peasants. My word, what a charming little place you have here. Terribly cosy. You know, pastel grey is always so restful, isn't it? Scott Hanson's the name. Nigel Scott Hanson, actually.
How do you do? I'm Lieutenant Murray, and this is Sub-Lieutenant Phillips.
How do you do?
At least it would be if he could stop staring over your right shoulder for a minute.
Eh? What? That was a long way away, sir. Did somebody say something?
Oh, not to worry. Felicity always has that effect when she's around.
Well, it's jolly nice of her to take the trouble.
I presume she's your leading lady.
That's it. You've seen her in some of my other ghastly flops, I'm sure. Come over and meet the chaps, dear. Watch the warp, lads. It's really something.
I'll say, how does she... Lummy, I mean, it's not... Cool. No, nobody could... I mean, it's incredible. It should...
Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
Look the other way. You're going a dangerous colour.
You wanted me, Nigel, darling.
Well, if he doesn't...
Mr. Phillips! Shut up!
Lovely to see you, dear. Gentlemen, allow me to introduce Felicity May Hope.
Felicity May Hope for what?
I knew it. I knew he'd have to say it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, isn't he sweet?
Well, I can't say I've ever quite thought of him as sweet, exactly. Sickly, perhaps, but not sweet.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, certainly, Chief. What part do you play in this epic, Miss Hope? A Wren? Admiral's daughter?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm the Princess Eucarpe who's found by a frigate sitting on a mine.
Ooh, nasty.
You see, I'm from a lost continent. I've been forced up from Atlantis under pressure.
I bet that won't be the first time you've been under pressure.
Oh, well, you're so right. Well, it's then the Monty.
Who?
Well, that's Montgomery Wingate.
Our leading man.
Excuse me for interrupting, sir.
Yeah, granted.
No.
Is Mr. Wingate coming aboard?
Oh, no. We're having to use his double in all the sea scenes.
You see, Monty is supposed to see me sitting on my mine, and as the Admiral immediately rushes to the railings and dives over to rescue me. Unfortunately, Monty can't swim.
14 exasperating weeks in the Hackney bars we had, and the fool still goes down like a stone.
Look, sir, I don't want to be a nuisance.
Yeah, well, don't be. I must say the plot sounds...
Oh, sir!
What is it?
Well, I haven't been introduced. I don't know nobody, and nobody don't know me.
Oh, I do apologize, Chief.
Well...
Yes. Oh, I'll soon put that right. Now then, my name's Lieutenant Murray. This is Sub-Lieutenant...
No, what are you talking about, sir? I meant I wanted an how do you do to the bouncy bint here.
Oh, darling, how terribly upsetting. I just hadn't realised. And you're such an important man, too.
Important?
Well, I mean, you haven't got the same uniform as these two, so I presume you must be the Admiral.
What's so funny about that?
Well, I suppose nothing, really. The way you wangle things is probably only a matter of time.
Let's face it, sir, it's only a matter of time before he and his relatives take over the entire service.
We already had.
We had noticed.
And I've just noticed something else, sir. Here's old Thunderguts.
Who? Captain Povey, sir.
Oh, Clint. Who? Captain Povey. But you know, you could be right. It's a better name. It's Clint Thunderguts.
Well, good morning, gentlemen, and friends, Romans, and countrymen. Lend me your ears. I have come to bring you your sailing orders, not to forget them. How was that?
Not out. I mean, fine.
He's gone clean off his think box.
Can somebody tell me what outfit George Roby's stand-in belongs to?
George Roby's stand... Who's she talking about?
Oh, I think she means you, Sir Clint.
Yes, darling, that was rather a boner.
Well, hearing your sailing orders, number one. Carry out whatever maneuvers Mr. Scott Hansen wants at this point on the chart. We've warned all other shipping to keep clear.
Very good, sir.
I can't tell you how grateful we all are for your help.
Oh, not at all. Now, but just before you go, The Bells by Edgar Allan Poe. Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells. Ah, they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air of night.
Beautiful, beautiful, Clint.
Yes, isn't it? While the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystallized delight.
Mr. Phillips,
yes?
You were right. He has gone off his think box.
Keeping something chine in a thought of a runic rhyme to the tintinnabulation that so musically wells from the bells, 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 bells.
That's fine, Clint. Now, if we could...
Bells, bells, bells. From the jimbling and the tinkling of the bells, 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 bells.
Sir, you've dropped a clanger.
Oh, yes, thank you. Bells. Edgar Allan Poe, copyright 1900.
Great stuff. Well, we'll let you know.
Yes, well, thanks, Nigel. Now, tell me, be honest. What did you really think of it?
Well, frankly, it sounded like an awful lot of bells to me.
Yes. Well, I did rather get carried away at the end.
Well, you practice it, Clint, while we're at sea, will you?
Yes, righto. Well, I hope you have a good voyage and come back with some nice snaps.
So this is where you all are, then. Number one, old socks, it's got to be stopped.
Stopped, Lieutenant Commander Stanton? What has?
There's a woman on board. Yeah, she's a pretty bit of crackling, but she'll have to go. If their lordships ever found out, they'd do their nautical nut.
She's a television actress, sir, and if you want my opinion...
We don't. No, not again, Mr. Phillips. Last time you described her walk, you waved your hands about so much I thought you'd take off.
Well, it's not the sort of walk you can describe any other way.
Oh, I don't know. You managed quite well up to now with...
Look, if you chaps are quite finished, I'm the one who's supposed to be doing the chatting. Started the captain, you know, and it's got to be stopped, oh, floorboards.
Yeah, so you were saying, sir. So you were saying, but you didn't say what.
Well, this party you're holding, it's ruining me fishing, you know. The bounders keep putting up blinding lights, and then the little chaps down below can't see their way up to me line, you know. It's awful. No fun, you know, being a fish and having to swim round with your eyes shut all the time. They're probably bumping into each other down there, getting terrible headaches.
Well, why don't you try an aspirin for bait?
Yes, that's an idea. It's a rotten one, but it's an idea, all right? Oh, but you haven't heard the worst of it yet, old fruit. The bounders have chucked a dirty great mine over the side.
But it wasn't a real one, sir. It was made of rubber.
Oh, was it? I wonder why it bounced up and down. Yeah.
They're making a television film, sir.
Yeah, a flim?
Yeah, film, sir. F-I-L-M.
Fiffilim.
Flim. Phil.
You mean a picture?
Pictures.
Yeah.
That bit of crackling is going to sit on the mine, you see.
Yeah.
And then that gentleman down there, over there, look, in the ratings uniform and the Admiral's hat and the mushroom grey suede creepers. Well, he dives over the side and he fetches her back again, do you see?
Does he really? Well, in that case, it seems hardly worth her while going there, doesn't it?
I'm frightfully sorry to interrupt you, chaps.
Who's this idiot?
Mr. Nigel Scott Hansen, the producer.
Oh, well, that accounts for it. Carry on, old clapperboard, yes.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's nothing much, but do you mind stopping the boat going up and down? Because we're all ready to shoot, and we're getting the most terrible camera shake every time we try to focus on Felicity.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's the cameraman, sir.
Oh, no, I'm afraid not. No, you don't know him. It's because there's too big a swell.
Well, you should use a smaller actress.
Who did that?
Can't imagine, but Clint, I mean Captain Povey, definitely said he'd cleared all shipping in this area.
Heavens to Betsy, look! That's all we needed! A paddle steamer! Oh, this is going to be a Scott Hansen production, all right.
Does it really matter?
Well, frankly, it does tend to destroy the illusion of a princess coming up from Atlantis.
Under pressure.
Exactly. Draping herself elegantly over a mine, and while she combs her golden tresses, a half-cut works outing floats past in the background, waving and cheering and throwing fish and chip papers at her from a paddle steamer.
Yes, I see what you mean. Seems to be going so slowly, too.
Yes. Well, obviously, the captain knows Scott Hansen's here. Really is too bad. After my last production of the nine-eyed monster with the fiend from Dracula's outhouse, I promised myself no more backgrounds of works outings.
Yeah, Mr. Scott Hansen said I saw that one. Yeah, there was a very odd bit.
Yes, that was it, honestly. In the middle of Dartmoor on a foggy night, just as Dracula and the fiend were having their fight to the death, who could have foreseen a charabanc full of drunks pulling up and making it a free-for-all?
Yeah, I know, sir, but it was jolly convincing, no? I thought they were all monsters.
So help me, they were. Well, we may as well pack up, get her off the mine, and go back to Portsmouth for lunch.
Very well, and I'll report to Captain Povey and have this paddle steamer removed and warn off any other works outings.
Well?
Rear Admiral Ironbridge is on the phone, sir. He says it's very urgent.
Well, put him through.
Aye, aye, sir. Putting you through now, sir.
Yes. Very clever of you. Yes. Most kind. Terribly grateful. Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Captain Povey here, sir.
Look here, Povey. It's urgent. Yes, that's what it is. It's urgent, all right. Urgent. Yes.
What is?
Yes. What is what?
Urgent, sir.
Oh, yes. It's this report, you see. Yes, that started it. It's from the SS Bingo Bell.
The what?
Yes, it's a paddle steamer. They've sighted a mine, you see. Yes. That's what they sighted. Yes, up to you, Povey. Yes. Must be disposed of. Yes. Leave it to you. Yes. It's all yours.
But I don't want it.
Well, hard luck, you've got it. Yes. It's in the area where Troutbridge is. You'd better signal them and tell them to contact the Bingo Bell.
But Troutbridge is already out with a television company, sir. You were the one that sent her. And, well, it so happens that I'm being considered for a part myself, so I'd rather not disturb Mr. Scott Hansen.
Oh, him? He was most impressed when I did it for him, you know.
Did what, sir?
Well, my little piece, of course. Yes. Listen to this, Povey. The Bells by E.A. Yes, Poe. Yes. Now then, here are the sledges. Yes. With the bells. Yes. Silver bells. Yes. What a world. Yes, a world. Yes, full of merriment. Yes. The melody foretells.
Oh, no.
Yes. How they tinkle. Yes, tinkle. Yes, tinkle. Yes.
Yes, beautiful, sir, beautiful. I'll phone you back when I've sorted this one out this morning.
Yes, do that. In the icy air of night.
It's Warner Brothers to see you, sir.
Who?
Lieutenant Murray and Mr. Phillips.
What? But they're supposed to be out at sea. Never mind. Send them in for heaven's sake.
Aye, sir. This way, Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, very funny.
Sorry to trouble you, sir.
What on earth did you want to come back for? I've just had a phone call from Rear Admiral Arnbridge, and I was just about to send you an urgent signal.
Why don't you tell us instead, sir? It'll be a lot quicker.
No, very funny. Now look, you must put to sea and get back to where you were at once.
So that you can send us a signal, sir?
Yes. No.
Laurel.
Yes, Ollie?
Shut up.
Thank you, number one. Now, for heaven's sake, concentrate. There's a report from a paddle steamer called the Bingo Bell.
Yes, sir. It was about her that
Will you stop interrupting? They've reported sighting a mine in the waters where you were.
What? Oh, lummy, I knew I'd forgotten something. You see, sir...
Never mind what I see. Get out there and dispose of it. Don't just stand there. At any minute now, that mine could blow up.
No, it couldn't, sir. You see...
Get after it. Now, that's an order. Your naval officer's not a lot of blasted film stars. Now, put to sea at once and dispose of that mine.
But it's...
Out! Get after it! And heaven help you if it blows up before you get to it.
It's a crying shame. That's what it is. Yeah, it is. It's a crying shame. It's what... There am I with me plate held out for a dirty great dollop of turd in the earth. Before I can get me eating irons whizzing about through it, I'm out here at sea again.
It wasn't our fault, Chief.
Nobody could say we didn't try to tell old Thunderguts that it was a rubber mine the film boys had just left out there.
Correction, Mr. Phillips. It may be their mine, but you were the one who left it out.
Well, it wasn't my fault, sir. When I went out to bring back Felicity, I wasn't really concentrating.
Nonsense. If ever I saw a man concentrating, it was you.
Beg pardon, sir. Mine coming up to starboard,
What?
sir.
Where? Oh, lummy, left hand.
Left hand?
No, right.
Right.
Up a bit.
Up a bit?
No, back a bit.
Mine, sir.
Shoot.
What do you mean, shoot?
Go away, mine.
No, sir. What are you talking about?
Keep off.
Whoa!
Stop.
Too late. Oh, what a shame. You've popped it, sir.
Well, Captain Povey did say we were to dispose of it.
Yeah, we did indeed. But what's Mr. Scott Hansen going to say? I imagine that cost quite a bit.
Well, I don't know if it would help, sir, but there was a slight misunderstanding when we first got stuck with this job, sir. And we've got a real mine aboard.
What?
Yeah, well, I thought we had to supply it, sir. I mean, I didn't realise that they'd made a replica out of bungees.
Oh, well done, Pertwee. We can put that one out and they'll never know the difference.
Well, Mr. Scott Hansen may not, sir, but I reckon Felicity may hoot me. I mean, steel is a lot colder than bungee to park on, you know.
What was that?
Well, it wasn't me, sir.
No, sir. No, it was that launch. I think it's the muckmates mob coming back after that hot dinner.
Oh, Lord, so it is, Chief. You and Mr. Phillips had better get that real mine overboard before they get here. I have a feeling we're in enough trouble already without Admiralty copping a writ for damages to bungee mines. Let them get on with their afternoon's film.
Well, it all seems to be finished now, sir. And Mr. Phillips and the bathing beauty bint in the bikini are coming alongside now, sir.
Chief, you really cannot refer to the Princess Eucarpe of the lost city of Atlantis as the bathing beauty bint in the bikini.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. All in the seaboat!
Aye, Chief.
Well, chaps, I must say it's been a most terribly successful day's filming. Being a Scott Hansen production, the film and the cameras will all be daft, or they'll cancel the show altogether, but it's all been bags of fun.
Hello, you chaps. I brought Miss Hope up to the bridge to thaw out.
Well, it'll probably take years. Frankly, Nigel, I think you better rename this epic. You could call it Ice Cold in... Well, never mind when I'm ice cold, but next time I'll settle for being bombarded with fish and chip papers.
Don't you worry, Miss Number one and I will get you back to Pompey at once.
Yes.
Full ahead both and left hand down a bit.
Yes, but Mr. Phillips, sir, you don't...
Come on, Chief, we've got to get to Pompey.
Yes, I know, sir, but you've forgotten
Don't
one...
argue, Chief. Get going.
Yes, sir, but... Oh, full ahead both and left hand down a bit, it is, sir.
If you'd care to come over to this side of the bridge, Miss Felicity, you can get a wonderful impression that... Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
You idiot, you've forgotten the mine again.
Oh, lummy.
That's what I was trying to tell you, sir.
Oh, well, who cares? We've finished with it. Let the wretched thing rot. I never want to see it again.
Yeah, but it won't rot, miss. That mine's not yours. It's a real one.
Oh, well, I suppose that accounts for it.
What do you mean, why it was so cold?
No, I could hear ticking after I twiddled that metal thing.
Ticking? Ticking? Oh, you mean tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock? Tick-tick, tick-tock?
Yes.
Rainbow, get your heads down. She's alive, lads. Pertwee's got his back to it.
Mr. Phillips, you idiot, did you put detonators in it?
Well, I can't remember, actually.
Oh, stupid. I say, there's no actual danger, is there?
Not anymore, son. No.
Lummy, I do think I owe you all an apology.
You most certainly do. What Captain Povey's going to say, I can't think.
I can.
Well, he can't complain. He was the one who sent us out here to dispose of a mine, and we've jolly well disposed of it.
Yes, I suppose he did.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. Yeah, well, yeah, you've disposed of it all right. So what am I supposed to do then? What am I supposed to do when I get back to Mini-Mount Stalls, eh? Yeah, well, I signed for that blooming mine. I signed for that mine. And then you go and you blow the perisher up. Oh, no. I'd be no good taking back a couple of boxes full of teeny bits, you know. Oh, no. They won't stand for it. And I'll tell you what. Neither would I. No. Neither would I. Out to you I am. Out to you I am. Here I am risking my life and limb for a few paltry bob a day, having me toad in the old whip from under me nose. Leave mains going off. Bang all around me. Dumped round me, not a word of sorry pardon, not a word of pardon from either of you. A man can stand so much. Never in the world have you been conflict.
Hold it! That was absolutely superb.
What was?
The way you said that was quite magnificent. My dear chap, as a thespian, you're an absolute natural. A method man, of course, but aren't we all?
Hey! Pertwee an actor?
But of course! There are dozens of parts to cast for muckmates when we get back. Too early to say yet, but you might well do. You might well do.
Well, you'll have to change the name, Nigel.
Yes. Well, let's see. Dirk Pertwee? No. Rock Pertwee?
Fiddler Pertwee? Scrounger Pertwee?
Oh, sir, please, sirs, you're spoiling my chances. Mr. Scott Hanson, sir, I'd like to congratulate you, sir, on your perspicactical, sir. You're a great talent, Scout, sir.
Oh, well, one does one's best, you know.
One does indeed, sir, and you won't regret this day, sir. You won't regret it. I'm not without experience in the acting, you know. Oh, no. Only last week, I gave them all a well-chosen verse or two of Eskimo Nell in the cap. Yes. Incidentally, sir, how about this, sir? Listen to this. The Bells by Incl.
No, I've heard it.
Verse 1. Hear the sledges with those flaming bells, silver perishing bells, and what a right nosh up their melody foretells.
I'll let you know.
And that was John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips, and Stephen Murray working their passage in the Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. John Pertwee was the Chief Petty Officer, Leslie Phillips was the Sub-Lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Nigel Scott Hanson was Teniel Evans, Felicity May Hope was Heather Chasen, Judy was Judy Cornwell, Rear Admiral Ironbridge was Michael Bates, and Lieutenant Commander Staunton was played by Ronnie Barker. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston.